one. Here comes Gideon.
Gideon.
We got pets. Get your pets. Hello, everybody. Welcome to. Holy shit! Oops, that was my bad. I'm gonna shrink that pet down. Put that pet over here. Beautiful. Welcome to Into the Multiverse, everyone. For anyone who doesn't know, Into the Multiverse is a series of D&D campaigns, all set in the world of Gostar, and each campaign is set in an alternate timeline or different reality. And this one follows the reality of the beta questers, which is very quickly deteriorating and crumbling away. We're gonna hop straight into the game. We're not gonna fuck around. We're just gonna go in. I'm gonna ask everyone who they're playing right now. Tell me a little bit about them and maybe a little bit about what happened in the last game that you could remember. I'll do a quick recap and then we'll hop into the game. So we're gonna start with yourself, David, playing Dahi.
Hello, I am Dahi, Watcher of the Veil, and I'm here with my lovely friends at the end of the world as the Dreamer wakes up and Ramses is free from his prison.
Beautiful. That was so concise. I love that.
Oh, thank you. I ate. Eating does this sometimes.
Brilliant. Fantastic. I love eating now. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, we'll move straight on. Patema, who are you playing today, and what can you remember about the last game?
I'm Patema, and I play Patema.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember any of the stuff that David just mentioned. So all I remember is that I ripped Lucy's heart out.
You did.
And
yeah.
I killed a Fey Lord.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And then
what happened to your face?
She hit me with a meteor storm. And it melted my face.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Patema. And now we have yourself, Rose, playing Mira.
Yes. Hello. So I'm Rose, and I play Mira, the previously unhinged and now completely whacked hobgoblin wizard.
Yeah.
And she's having a hard time coming to terms with the fact that we have ended the universe.
Oh my gosh, your token lights up so cool.
Thank you. I made it myself.
It's got so much cool stuff on it that there was no space for any of the character information.
It usually just doesn't have her name or anything on it.
It's just the void.
Mira is short for Mysteria.
I was like looking at it, waiting for it to light up. I was like, oh wait, has she made it so that like the writing comes on? And then I realized I was going to add the writing and send it back to you. So I'm sorry, that is my bad. Just ever remember,
hilarious.
One with a really cool icon is Mira. That's all you got to remember. Okay. Fantastic. And we have another guest player today who might be sticking around with us for a few games, but more on that very soon.
Ooh, who is that?
To recap from what happened in the last game, because it's been quite a while, you raided Lucy's tower. She was just in the middle of having a wedding ceremony where she was going to be married off to the Demogorgon and going to pull him into this reality. You crashed the wedding, you slayed countless amounts of demons, other armies who you'd recruited up until this point, all arrived, helped you with this fight, and you got the help of this galactic Minotaur, who is the keeper of the maze, who essentially keeps the balance of all of the the weave of magic in every universe. He bounces around to different universes to make sure the weave is always intact, and you have really fucked up your weave. You're missing 2 schools of magic in this game. So he came along to... I keep using he because his name escapes me. Anyone who can think of his name...
Oh, it's Epsilon.
Epsilon, you get an inspiration, Patema. There you go. Epsilon, thank you. So Epsilon was then roped into this battle against Lucy, so then he could eventually fix the weave. And at the very end,
And inadvertently actually made the battle a lot more interesting in a way that was not intentional. Because he used the wish spell and didn't phrase his wish too precisely enough.
And reset the entire battle again. The battle went on twice, until eventually it all escalated into a giant crescendo where you were all launched up into the air and were all falling through the night sky, battling Lucy, and then eventually her head was force caged in space. You wore her down. You broke the ring on her finger. You dislocated, broke a bunch of her teeth, broke her fingers, severed her fingers. Then she removed a magical ring that was actually controlling her. It was her engagement ring.
Mira disintegrated it, I think.
Yeah, you disintegrated the engagement ring, and then the control that the Demogorgon had over Lucy vanished. You were then deciding what to do with Lucy as she was coming to, and in that moment, as you were all trying to figure out if you should leave Lucy live or die, Patema, you shoved your hand directly into her chest.
My bionic spine.
Bionic spine tentacle arm into her chest, and ripped out her heart. Her body fell lifeless and limp, dangling by her head from this invisible force cage. And now her body, this 100-foot tall golden body, dangles lifeless above the entire battlefield. The war is over and the Feylord is dead, and with her death, the entirety of Diu extinguishes. All of the fires in every volcano goes out. The river Styx turns immediately to solid rock. All of the fire, all of the life goes out. And in that moment, as you're catching your breath, just taking in what just happened, emerging from a single door in thin air, emerged Ramses in his true form, his true eldritch form, the skull of some strange beast with fleshy teeth, strange appendages all over, insect legs and arms and eyes opening up all over this swollen, bloated, grey body, like torso of a baby. And then one huge swollen baby arm kind of dragging behind it. And on top of this creature's head was a crown, the crown of the Dreamer, which had in it 7 of the 10 eyes of the Dreamer, and around their neck was this warped, twisted bit of dark black glass that had all of these strange lenses of the world fixed together and melded together in a very haphazardly way, very kind of makeshift 11th eye. The other eyes that you all had on you shot down into the crown.
My beetles!
Your beetles gets the glass jar that the beetles and the eye were in shatters. The beetles collapse down, falling hundreds of feet.
I'd stay away from those beetles.
The black void door opens up again as Ramses begins to retreat, and you watch and look out over the horizon, and you start to see it disintegrating.
The horizon?
The horizon is beginning to disintegrate to one side of you. Anyone who wants can make me a history check or a survival check to see what point this is coming from in Gostar. But it is disappearing, and all that is left is void. The sky, at an eventual point in the horizon, there's no sky anymore. There's no sea, there's no land, there's just black. And that black is approaching quite fast. So anyone, who wants to make a survival or a history check can do so.
I will say I am not paying attention to all of that.
That's perfectly fine. with that as well, you see Epsilon just has his head in his hands, and is just like absolutely dumbfounded, and just says, "Okay, I mean, I came here to fix the weave, but fuck it, your universe is vanishing. I'm not going to be a part of that. I'm out. This is far beyond my pay grade. There are plenty of other places. You did it. You fucking ended the world. You ended the universe, and the rest are going to be in desperate need. I'm going to see if I can fix some of this. Fuck this." And he jumps off the back of Lucy and falls into this kind of gateway, falls through it, disappears, and is gone. Yeah, he's not sticking around for the end of the universe.
Rip.
Rip.
Did anyone make that check, or everyone is kind of too...
Nobody gives.
No, that's totally fine. Yeah, the universe ending. No, that's cool. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, no, that is very.
God.
That is so perfect.
Welcome to the beta questers.
Yeah. Can I ask? I'm gonna go around one by one to just check in on everyone's mental situation as you clock this. So, Patema, what are you doing right now?
I'm having the best day of my life. I'm sitting on this soul cage. I shrink down to normal size, and I can't obviously hold Lucy's heart when it's probably bigger than me. So I guess it drops.
You just don't even fucking care.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I'm riding this high. Everything else is just a blur. I'm just very
absolutely
myself.
Saturated in blood, head to toe. You are blood red through and through. The heart falls through the sky, slams down, sprays blood everywhere in the ruined throne room down below. Few people start screaming and crying. The demons start to burn up and disintegrate. Dahi, what are you doing?
I am going to just kind of stare for a moment in just shock and horror. I don't think I probably look all that shocked. I think I look kind of blank-eyed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just gonna lift my hand and cast sending, and then just say I'll probably contact what's her name? The mother doe, and just be like, Ramsey's got out. Help. And don't know what to do.
The mother
Anything
doe,
we can do.
Replies, I only have but a moment. I am retreating to my realm, or I will be taken with it. It is about to approach me and my domain. I'm taking everyone that I can with me. Goodbye.
Okay. I'm going to start getting ready to cast teleport.
Okay. Where is the destination that you're planning to go to?
The Mother Doe's realm in the Feywild that we know of. That portion. Her forest.
Okay. Okay.
What? The place she just said she needs to leave, or else she's
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
stop
But if we
existing.
catch her before she leaves, maybe we can go with her.
Okay.
Buy some time.
You got it. In this moment, how cognitive is Mira? How's she doing?
Oh no, she's not present.
Uh,
Like a blank, like glass-eyed stare in the void.
yeah, I'd say as soon as all this is happening, and you clock the horizon disintegrating, everyone here would hear something as though the air and reality around Mira shatters. Like this super high pitched shatter that doesn't come from anywhere in particular and all around all at once, but also focused in on Mira. It's as if the world itself broke for just a moment, and Mira's face cracks and splits. Her body splits all over. Can you describe how Mira looks right now?
Oh.
God. Okay, so like as the high-pitched voice starts, if anyone's looking close enough, you can see that like like the blood vessels in her eyes burst, but then that burst it continues like expanding from the eye throughout her face, down her arm, and it reveals this like crack of dark crystal, the similar kind that some of you have seen before, in the crystal form.
In the crystal
And she's
mirror.
left with this just this crack on her body.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
God.
She still has her hair, even though the art has short hair. Their hair doesn't grow anymore.
Yes, sir. Just a straight
Oh.
roll. Yeah.
Is this him flipping his coin?
It's a 19. Oh wait. Hold on. Sorry. Sharish said that the only person that can't hear in stream is you, Gabe.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I accidentally hit off the mute button. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, wow.
Oh.
Holy shit. Yeah, so Mira is, sorry, apologies to recap. Mira is cracked. She is, there's nothing there anymore.
I had literally
Holy
just
shit.
checked.
Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, Mira is, that terrifies me every time. Like, I just knock off it sometimes, off my mouse. Mira's cracked. Gideon, yeah, you have just entered. You've gathered your equipment. You've clocked the vehicle. Your escape pod is there. And in this moment, everything's going according to plan. You rolled a 19. On a 19, this glimmer of inspiration hits you. You know the young man, the only one who is currently mentally capable of flying that thing, is about to teleport away to his doom. What do you do?
He's such an idiot.
Okay, so I am not close to them. I'm like
They are about, I'd say because they fell so far, they're about 300 feet up in the air at the moment.
okay, and is teleportation a concentration spell? Like, what is it?
Teleportation, it's as soon as it's cast, it goes off.
Okay,
but
shit.
you have like a few seconds to do something.
Right. So Gideon is gonna he's gonna kind of look up, and he has this cigar in his mouth. He's just gonna take it out and throw it, and he's gonna be, "Oh, do guide me, Lucy." And he's gonna take his firearm, and he's gonna aim, and I'm gonna roll an attack roll on David, not to hit him, but to like fly right past his hair.
Perfect.
Ooh, so if you miss, you hit.
Yeah, we'll rule it that way. That makes perfect sense. I'm gonna say you need to get at least 1 point higher than his AC. If you get lower than that and you hit his AC, then you hit him. If you get lower than his AC, obviously you miss. So you're gonna roll an attack here. You can choose to flip your coin or not. But as you're taking aim, can you describe to everyone how Gideon looks. Who is this character?
So, Gideon.
Who the hell are you?
Gideon is this very tall, very gruffy drow man. He has long white hair. It's kind of gathered in a very, very loose ponytail, and it's all bound together by this. It's not a ribbon per se. It's like a pink sort of fabric that doesn't look like it was meant to be used to, like, you know, tie hair or anything. It looks like it's been ripped from something. That's what's holding his hair. He has a big cowboy hat with like it's kind of like shielding his face a little bit, and from that cowboy hat there is hanging a coin that kind of glistens every few seconds. He has pink brown glasses that they're basically sunglasses because he's a drow. He doesn't like sunlight.
I love that.
He has cowboy boots with spurs, everything, but the most spectacular thing about him is his gun. That is this long, wooden carved gun with a bunch of intricate symbols.
Ooh, that's cool.
And that also glistens a bit as he picks it up. Kind of pink speckles and like pink and gold speckles kind of emerge from it. That is Gideon.
Sexy. I love it. That's so cool. So cool. So my question to you here, as Gideon points Lucy up towards the stars,
Yes.
Are you flipping your coin or not?
I will flip it, yes.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
Wait! Oh my god. There it is.
so what did you get?
I got a hit.
Head. You get head. Okay, cool. Wonderful.
Yep, yes sir.
So
He loves getting head.
Yep.
So yeah, head, you get advantage. So you have advantage on this. I'm going to ask yourself, David, what's Dahi's AC?
It's 26.
26. Beautiful. So you're adding 21 to this roll, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. So you need to get a 5 or you need to get a 6 or
Seriously?
higher.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you go ahead. You have advantage on this, and you get 6 or higher. Let's hope you don't
Thank
get lower
you.
than that.
Game's over.
Okay. Good thing I fucking rolled my coin actually. I got a 39.
39, beautiful. You aim to the stars, you fire, the coin glimmers, and you see this gold shot of light spin around, spiraling after the bullet, guiding it just like a hair's width to the left. So you barely skim David's eyebrow. David, you feel the hot burn of a bullet just graze your forehead.
What the
Fire
fuck?
off into the stars.
I'll stop casting and be like, who's firing bullets at this point? The world is ending!
It's over!
Why are you fighting? Oh my god!
There's just one last demon who's like, no, it ain't over yet.
Why did you hit the bullet?
Oh my god. Yeah, you see...
I'm gonna say that like all of this commotion has probably snapped me out of my little daze a little bit, like Mira cracking literally and David getting shot at. So I'll kind of become a little bit more coherent. I'd just be like, wait, one of those demons had a gun?
Yeah, David, you see down 300 feet below you is this single figure now standing beside the giant heart in the destroyed throne room. Does Gideon say or do anything?
He's chilling.
He's chilling.
He's chilling.
He's actually gonna bring up the gun. He's gonna give it a kiss and he's gonna say, "Thank you."
Why are you kissing your gun?
He doesn't hear that. He's just kind of waving.
He's
like,
waving
come on.
at us?
Yeah, he's like, "Come on now." Like not waving, like kind of like his hand is like come to me, like that kind of motion. He's just waiting.
Come hither.
Yeah,
Come hither. I'll bite. I'll go down.
All right. Actually, yeah, we'll come back to that in a second.
I mean, sword drawn, of course.
Yeah, you float down with your. Oops. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Are you taking us with you, David?
Are you guys? How?
I don't know.
How did we get down last time? Were we like,
here in the first
were
place?
we just falling, or were we being? How are we getting out from the sky last time?
Do you say that to me as I'm going down? Like,
How do we get here?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Like, Dave,
Oh.
don't go down there alone. That whatever just shot you
fine,
almost
fine,
hit you from
fine.
300 feet away.
As I'm like looking back at her, shouting at her for complaining at me, I'm like making gestures with my hand, and I summon like the giant hand, and like hop on and come on.
Nice.
Okay, I'll hop on. I'll pull Mira on if she's not super reactive, because it seems
Yeah,
like she's not. She's. I'm actually surprisingly more coherent than she is.
Yeah.
Truly a
I'll check out her new awesome look.
And
Did Gideon say it truly is the end of days?
Beautiful. So there is Gideon waiting down below.
Oh wait, Epsilon is still here apparently.
Oh yeah, let's go. He can just yeet.
This does. He can just fuck off.
Dahi, you make your way down with
We're in a big hand. Is it Timber Fist's
Yeah.
Fist hand?
Nice, yeah. And Patema. There we go.
Why are all those other tokens named Patema as well?
Because
Why
they're
did they
all
come up?
Patema. Oh, they probably because they have pot or something. These are pots.
Oh, you get all the pots as
Yeah,
well,
this
right.
is totem, so the TEM in your name.
I was like, why is all that shit coming up?
Which is great, though. I really appreciate that the search kind of does that because it just
That's
helps
kind of
you.
handy, actually. Yeah.
Handy.
God.
Sorry. Okay. Beautiful. Alright. So, you're oh for fuck's sake. Okay, I'm just gonna move this roll.
Oh, there's a Titus under that rock.
There is a Titus. There is the severed head, the burnt, scorched, severed
Oh, wait,
head.
his head
of
is just
Titus.
there?
Yeah, he's been kicked to the side and buried in rubble. Half his face as well is burnt, just like yours. Missing all the hair on one side of his head. It then comes out like all spread out and frizzy, and it's just completely wild. All
Oh
the
my
flesh
gosh,
is missing.
do we notice him when we get down?
Oh yeah, with all your perception checks, you 100% would notice him. Yeah. It's not quite moving. He's just kind of face buried in the rocks, just like.
As David goes to talk to his inevitable doom, I'm gonna pick up the head.
Yeah.
Hey, leave that alone.
Pull it out of the rocks. It's
I'm
just
taking this with me.
You're coming home with me.
is dangling by his hair. He kind of spins around to you. His eye is kind of melted out of the socket. The other one is bright yellow and bloodshot. He's missing several teeth. Blood is still kind of pouring from the ends of his stub. And he just looks at you. Oh, fuck.
And there's just this massive grin on my face.
Stop picking on your brother.
Beautiful.
Your brother.
Yeah, I will add one Titus head to my inventory.
Yeah, a severed Titus head. Beautiful. David, you land down on the ground gracefully with your flying boots.
Hey. Well, what are we doing here? Why are you firing at me? Can't you see the time? This is not the time for this. Ooh, there's thunder and lightning outside. This is real life, by the way. Sorry.
It's probably thunder and lightning right now too.
God damn.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah. Well, what's the? Whoa, you're tall. I thought that was just near, far away. Shit. You are very big. Why are you firing at me? And I'll point the sword like towards him.
He's gonna slowly holster his weapon, and he's like just gonna look at you, Divey, up and down. Just gonna, and you are very small.
What?
And he's gonna draw closer. Just kind of have his hands up and kind of like a surrender kind of way, but he's not walking like he's surrendering. He is just walking straight to you. And he's gonna be like,
"Oh my God, walk faster! The
Very
world
dramatic.
is ending."
Nah, listen here. The world ain't ending. The fates. And he's gonna look up and do a little prayer hand. Thank you. And he's gonna look down. The fates have not said that it will be now. But we will need to leave. And you, it's gonna point at you, Divey. You will need to help. Because your friends, he's gonna point at them, Patema and Mira is gonna be like, their souls are sick for now. But don't worry. Because through the seas, they can reach God.
What? You are
Can I?
so calming. How are you so chill right now?
I'm gonna nudge Mira. Like, I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just gonna give her an expression, like, get a load of this guy, and then I'm gonna like show off Titus's head to her, like, ooh, look at that guy.
I feel like the side of the face that Mira can see right now is the one that's missing like an eye, and it has like all the skin and flesh.
Also, there's probably not actually much expression in it. Yeah.
The two-face scenario.
Just bone.
Do you know this?
Bird skin.
This is kind of working for me. You're pretty. Do you know what? I'll bite. What do you know? What are we doing? I'll help you. Are you bad? Please, please. I can't deal with any more like subterfuge. Do you want eyes? Is that what this is about? Will the eyes save us? Are you lying?
No. There ain't no need for eyes here.
That's kind of good. We're in short supply of eyes, actually.
Okay.
He's not gonna pay you any mind, Pateba. He's gonna completely ignore you. He's gonna keep doing his monologue as usual.
She's unusually chipper right now, so.
She's having a great time. It's like, I've no need for eyes, as I have the fates on my side. I am an extension of their can you pronounce
Divinity.
it? Divinity. Yeah, divinity, sorry.
You got
Or
this.
divination, yeah.
Yeah. Now, do follow me, good friends. Do follow me. He's gonna lead them to the place.
Yeah.
I forgot, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
absolutely, yeah. I'm saying,
The place.
as you turn and walk away, the heart that's been slowly simmering in the lava lights up into like a blaze. It catches fire beside you, kind of like casting a giant silhouette over the others. And you begin to walk towards it. It explodes. Every single bit of the heart misses you and hits the others behind you. As this giant heart bursts. And you continue down behind the throne, down the stairwell, past the big masses of gold and jewels and treasury. Ignoring all of them, you continue down the stairs into the depths of Lucy's castle.
I know in person that she's not doing this, but while we're walking, I'm just gonna like do another sending to the Wild Mother. It's like, you don't need to wait for us. We're not coming. It's fine.
You never told her we were coming.
What are you talking? Oh yeah, I guess I didn't.
You could have asked. Can you just wait like a second? I will say, as you're walking away, Gideon, you know that this ship can only hold 12 passengers. If that's some information you want to let them know, it's up to you. Nope. All right, cool, Bula.
Good thing there isn't. Good thing there isn't 13 of us.
I would say as you're all taking off, the other ships, the airships that have managed to load everyone on, are waiting, looking at you all, wondering what's going on. Everyone's terrified, and David, amongst them all, you see your daughter Ribena looking at you, scared, watching you walk away again.
I actually thought she was already gone.
Oh my god.
Wow. Wow. What
hell?
She was leaving.
of the year over here.
I love
damn.
the immediate excuse as well. The like, you could go back and get her, but you're like, oh fuck, you're still here.
She wanted
Oh,
nothing to
if only I had known, I wouldn't have continued walking away from
She
you.
wanted nothing to do with me. But anyway,
God.
She doesn't
Yeah.
know, but you can still see that hurt in her eyes, even though you said everything's going to be okay. Immediately, the universe has just started ending, and now you are walking
It's
away
okay.
with a stranger.
You can bond with Gideon over his strange daughters.
oh, okay. So as we're walking away, and if I see that, I will kind of like stop in my tracks for a second and look at her and like gauge that expression, and then I'll rush over to her and then just kind of come up short, not walk too fast, and pause and be like, I don't know where we're going. I don't know if it's going to be safe or any better than here. I know you hate me right now, and I'm really very sorry about that. But do you want to come with me? If you're with me, I can do my very best to protect you. If not, that is your choice. I can't force you to come, but please do.
I'm gonna get
What?
you to make me a persuasion check. I'm gonna say the DC is 25.
Oh, natural one. Fuck.
Oh
The
my
doctor's
You
dead.
serious?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's not even cursed anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Natural one. Great. Good rolls, boys.
Wow, I was gonna
all
also
the
ask,
days.
like, I was gonna like hype that up. I was gonna be like, okay, so what do you got to add to this? And it was just like straight up, it's just natural one. Okay, shit.
Shit, goddamn.
She spits in your eye, and she's like, "What's the point of it all?
Shit.
What's the point of any of this? I mean, you're not saying come with you. You're just saying there's more shit ahead. There's more shit here. You're not a father. You don't care. I don't want to see you. Another second of you." She turns around and walks back into the rest of the crowd on the boat.
Oh, I'm gonna do something horrible.
Oh.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
gonna soul cage her.
Gonna kill her, soul cage her, and now she's gonna answer 3 questions. No, sorry.
He soul cages everything.
Sorry.
I,
no.
my
I
God.
do. I'm not gonna deny that. I soul cage Lucy.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast a Gias on her.
Oh.
I'm gonna say, Ribena, one last thing. Now when she looks back, I'm gonna try and cast Gias on her.
Okay, so what is the saving throw here?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. I'm gonna see what she adds then.
What does that do?
It places like a magical command on her that she has to follow for like 30 days, and then if she does
Fucking
anything to like
God.
go against that, it it's horrible. It's actually really horrible. It's the first
This-
time I've
this
ever
is-
used it, and
this
it's
is
like
real
fucking
dark.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. That's heavy.
That is a lot.
I'm gonna use the apprentice wizard stats for her here. So she's a +0 to this. So straight roll. It's a 16.
Yes, she fails.
She fails. You watch as her eyes fog over. Her body goes a little limp and soft and less rigid. She turns and wordlessly follows.
No, I have to like issue a command.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said the command was to follow. Sorry. What is the
No.
command? You see it take effect, and her body becomes soft.
I'm so sorry, dear. Love me or hate me, you do whatever is best for you. You follow if that means that you will live. Do your best to live. Live. Survive. grow up and have a good life. I think you're safest with me. And if in your heart of hearts you think that you are, you do what is best for you. And that's it.
You watch.
I cast it at 7th level, so it lasts for a year.
It lasts for a year.
Yeah.
You watch as tears pour down her face. Her body and mind have to, with the 7th level spell, they have to do what they believe is best. And in this moment, she accesses the deepest parts of her subconscious to understand exactly what is best to survive and to accomplish that goal that you've given her. And with tears pouring down her face, her whole body trembling, trying to resist it, she walks closer to you.
My eyes start to well up, and I just look away. I can't face her, and I just go to join the others, and I'm pretty wordlessly quiet.
Yeah. Okay. As you walk back to arrive with the others, the pebbles start to pick up. A small dust storm starts to spin, and black and green lightning, well, like black lightning that glows green, starts to crack and splinter and split the air, and a teleportation spell ends, and through a portal emerges Malakrith. And he's like, "Oh my god, you would not believe what I have been through to get here."
Punch him in his face.
Yeah, you can.
I'm actually just gonna walk up and punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Are you still smiling?
Fuck this guy. No, my face drops immediately when I see or hear him.
Yeah, amazing. Give me an attack roll.
Oh shit, my
He's
dice
so
is-
beautiful and punchable. Look at him.
Oh my god, man.
You don't understand. I got to stop that. I was told there was going to be a portal and they wouldn't leave my beautiful undead get through.
Shit.
So
I got like a 16 actually.
16. He nimbly kind of spins around, catches your hand and pulls you into a hug, and is just like, "Oh, I have missed you. You are fast. We match. We match. Oh my goodness!" And he brings his hands like close to his face.
While he's looking at my face, comparing it to his. Can I try headbutt him now?
Oh yeah. Give me another attack.
Take the opportunity, you know. And that is not any better. That's like a 10.
He grabs about your head and pulls you into his chest, and kind of holding you there, looks out to the others like, "Yes, we can still win this. I know I am just one man, but I am a changed man, and I hope that even without my armies, you will accept me into your own." Oh,
Get off of me, dipshit! I'll just push him away. This just keeps failing.
You kind of push him and you kind of fall back. He doesn't move. His body is like jacked, and he's just like a total unit as you bounce off him. Right, beautiful. So, lead the way. Where's this war?
I'll just sort of gesture vaguely to, around us. You're a touch late on that, Malakrat.
Oh, sugar. Well, what's the plan?
I have no idea. I'm gonna point at Gideon and just say we're following that guy.
Oh, sure. Lead the way. He starts to walk on his tippy toes, kind of like quickly behind you all.
I love him.
For now.
For now, I love him.
They all love him in the beginning.
Quite quickly, as you're trying to head after Gideon, is there anyone you want to take with you before anyone else you want to take with you before heading after him?
Who else is here? 10 died, right?
10 died. Scarlet
Rael
is still
died?
alive. Rael has been pulled up on the ship and is being like bandaged currently.
Okay,
He's
he's
got broken
fine,
limbs all over. He did get
okay.
crushed by rubble, but he seems they actually seem to think he might survive.
Okay.
Did Wukong make it?
Yeah, Wukong has made it. I think.
Oh, we should probably bring Wukong, right?
Yeah, I'd love to bring Wukong.
Wukong, yeah, absolutely. So you can grab Wukong, who's already kind of like just helping a few last people onto the ship.
Is she aware that her mother is dead?
Oh yeah, 100%. So who wants to try to convince Wukong to join you?
Oh, that is a good question.
I don't think I could do that, as I'm the one who killed her mother. So, David, you had a better relationship with her anyway.
You are on the
Yeah.
ship as well, kind of walking from the ship, David. If you want to ask Wukong to come with you.
Sure. Oh, I just want to preface that, like, Ribena is still entirely herself. Like, she's not some zombie following.
No,
like,
that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
It's just-
Now
Um,
she has separation anxiety, so
Oh yeah. Well, not. Hey, look. If her survival means leaving me, then that's what she'll do.
I don't know how confused Cass is. It's just like, who are these people?
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck is happening.
Do not worry. After a few minutes, there'll only be a few of them with us anyway, so you'll only have to know that handful.
That's true.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll go up to Wukong, and I'll approach slowly, and I'll just gently say, "Hey."
She goes to slap you. It's up to yourself if you want to let that attack you. It's gonna miss. You can easily dodge it if you want, but
I won't dodge it.
she slaps you across the face. She's also got tears in her eyes. I'm sorry, David, that you have to be the one to deal with all these people.
Yeah, I don't.
I told you she
tried.
could be saved. I told you she wasn't her.
Tried. I really did.
She
It might not
went.
look like that. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm sorry she's dead. I did really want to try and make this work.
What does she have to say about it? She eyes up Patema, who is drenched in blood. The blood is starting to immediately dry quite quickly, and now it's just like all this cracked red blood all over Patema's body.
I'm going to be frank with you. Patema's remorseless in that regard. Patema has been fucked over by all of the Fey Lords to a degree that nobody should ever have to experience. And deep in her heart, she believes that they're without redemption and utterly evil, and that they need to go. She is not the right person to necessarily be dealing with Fey Lords.
You say as she has one of the others under her arm.
She is, yes, I do. She's always had a bias towards that. She does not appreciate that part of her heritage. I am sorry. I am as sorry as I can be, and truly, I would have loved to see your mother when she wasn't under the throes of this. Even Lilith, we all hated Lilith. Lilith was so much different when she wasn't quite as inured with the darkness, let's say simply. But what was done was done. There were no easy choices to be made. People died because of everything that happened on both sides. There's nobody faultless. There's never a good side at the end of the day. But we couldn't let Asmodeus. It is Asmodeus, isn't it? Was it Asmodeus he was marrying?
It was the Demogorgon.
Oh, the Demogorgon, yeah, sorry. We couldn't let what was coming to pass, and there was no recourse. And in the last few moments, there was tensions were high, and there was very little that could be done to diffuse that situation, and she died. I promise you, there would have been no good to come between her and Patema in those last few moments. What happened still would have happened, and even more would be dead. I am sorry.
What?
Patema won't be, no matter what you say.
Right. Well, tell me what's happening now. What? She's gonna swallow.
We've got
his heart.
somebody who.
What?
We've got somebody who I've never met before that seems to have a plan of action, and honestly, I'm going along with it.
But
He seems to have some weird, unwavering faith that things can still be repaired and redeemed. And honestly, I don't think any of us have any time for grief and processing right now. I'm terrified. I just did something horrible to save my daughter. I'm not in a good place. I can see that you're not either. Nobody's okay right now. And I think the only recourse is to try and do everything that we can to stop things from ending, so we have the time to process and to maybe live and find some peace.
give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna say the DC is 20.
Lovely. That fell off the table. I'll use and okay, that should be okay. 1 second. 28.
28. She kind of breathes in, kind of clenches her fist, grabs her staff. There's a lot of beautiful people in this world. That's... I can bear her if it means saving people who deserve to be saved. Let's go. She moves with you. As you're making your way back, quickly, I suppose you would hear two voices calling from the ship, moving emerging from mechs and running down after you all. You hear, Mira! Mira, where you going? We can celebrate. You see...
I thought they hated her.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, no, they do actually. No, 100%. Let's total scratch that. That is what you wish to be true in your mind's eye. You hear Mira, and that image plays out in your head. And now all of a sudden, you just see your two brothers picking up rocks and throwing them at you. And get the fuck off our planet! And they just like. So one is a 16 to hit, and the other is doesn't even make it. Your younger brother has a very weak arm, and it doesn't quite make it all the way, and just kind of lands in amongst all the rubble. It's up to you if you want to let the 16 hit you or not.
No, the 16 does not hit. My AC is 17.
It just bounces off your head, doesn't do any damage.
I mean, the rock does shake her awake.
It hits different. It hits different.
When your brother hits you with a rock, it hits
Emotionally.
different.
It does no damage, no blood is drawn, but it does rattle her brain a little bit, and she kind of comes to a little bit and just goes to just like looks at her brothers, and just like after just like a moment of staring at her, it kind of snaps back into place and is like, "Oh my god! No, Lucy, Maxim, come here. We have to get on the ship."
They kind of look at each other. Kind of go reach down to pick up another rock. Can you give me a persuasion check with disadvantage? The DC for this is I want to say it's a 30. Like it's near impossible to break what has been. And then, if you can give me any other reason why it shouldn't be a 30 DC.
No, it should totally be a 30, and I can't beat that, so...
Well, roll with disadvantage and see if you get 2 natural 20s.
No, I got an 18.
Okay.
Like, with my charisma modifier.
Okay. Cool.
Very charismatic.
They pick up more rocks, kind of throw them in your direction, and they're just like, oh wow, one got a natural 20. You take 5 points. 7 points of bludgeoning damage as one of these rocks smashes and breaks on your face. And they look kind of terrified of you, and they're trying to back up like, what the fuck, like, no, let's go, this one's weird. And they start to back up towards the ship.
Are they coming with us?
No, they're back up towards the airship.
The airship.
Seeing all this happen, can I like do something?
Yeah. I love that this is like all the tension that we're establishing that's going to be inside this ship is beautiful. I just want to say that now, and it's very. Yeah. Go right ahead. What would you like to do?
As I'm walking with Wukong and seeing all this happening, I roll my eyes and just mutter, "Oh, for God's sake!" And I'm gonna jog over towards her brothers.
Yeah.
Because Mira looks so fucking broken. Like, oh my God, she does not need to be dealing with this.
Yeah.
I'll run over towards him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, "What the fuck was that? Why are you throwing rocks at your sister?"
That thing is not our sister, mate. It's not our sister. That is a demon who looks like our sister, right? That is a demon.
Granted, she's a little fucked up, but she's not a demon, and she is your sister, demon or not.
She's the worst.
Tell you what, is okay. She's going to be coming with us to try and save the world.
Right.
We might need some people to keep an eye on her. You boys might be the perfect people for that. You know Mira inside and out. So maybe, just maybe, you might be able to discern when she's going to do something that's out of character and maybe even classed as a little demonic. You could warn us, you know? You could maybe be the people who save the universe by virtue of stopping your sister if things get out of hand, because we need her. So don't fuck with her.
Give me a persuasion check. I'll say DC is 20.
23.
23, okay. I should really have like proper artwork for these guys.
They have come up a lot.
They have, and I should have drawn them by now, and I should have just named the file to begin with, but c'est la vie. 23. They look at each other. And I will say not Maximilian. What? Sorry, your younger brother. The what? He's I just can't think of his name.
Lucius.
Lucius. Yeah, I thought it was Lucian for a second. Lucius kind of looks at you, David, who you kind of ended up playing a bunch of cards with and stuff like that in the past. What? What's the plan? Like, where are we going? How are we doing this?
See that guy? And I point to the very tall dark elf.
Just making his way down the steps now at this stage.
Yeah, he's not stopping. He's walking.
Yeah.
Very slowly though.
He's
very
not
chill. Luckily for everyone else, he is going at a very chill pace. Everything's going according to plan.
He's like that dude in the D&D movie who just walked over the rock.
Yeah.
When he was walking away on the beach.
Yeah, we see. What about him?
I'm gonna pull this out of my ass. I'm not saying this to them. See him?
Yeah.
He has a plan to save the. He is. Have you ever heard of him? Some people call him the master of the universe.
I need to give you a deception check.
Sure.
I love it. I love this.
He may be our only hope. Oh my God. That fireball. I thought his piercing was a tongue, and I was like, "Oh, he is fucked."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the flashing images right now. I'm desperately looking for these tokens.
Deception. 24.
24. Wow. Holy shit.
You've heard of him, right?
I've heard of a guy who's. Yeah, I've heard him. The Master of Fates, Master of the Universe, the Wanderer, the Lone Ranger. Yeah, weirdo. He's a legend. Like, completely cracked according to the story. He's like, what he's got
they've heard more than us then.
Yeah, what about him?
He's got the plan. He knows how to, he cannot even explain it to us. If you actually hear it, it'll come out as gobbledygook because he's speaking from a higher plane of existence. But he knows how to stop the fabric of the. Look at that horizon. See all that disintegrating? He knows how to
Yeah,
before that.
right. Okay.
And
That
I
checks
don't- he
out.
doesn't name it to the universe.
they just like look over at Gideon, and he's like still walking very slowly, but his arms are like up, like reaching up to the sky, and he's just kind of like you hear like faint mumbling as he's just like thanking the fates as his hands are just up.
Right. That checks out. I mean, right, we're in, obviously. But we have one condition, don't we, Max? And he kind of turns to his brother. He's like, yeah, obviously. What's the condition? He's like, obviously, you've got to cuff her. I mean, she can cast magic. She can kill us all in an instant as soon as we're in a closed space. So you just need to make sure she can't cast spells. Can you do that for us?
Are you? What the fuck are you talking about?
I need you to cuff her, man. Like anti-magic cuffs. I've got a couple. Just
No,
get
we
those on
need
her.
her. He's the key.
Yeah, well, you can unlock the key with this key when we need her. But until
don't know.
then, we're not safe.
Look, I'll put a rune on her head, and she cannot, unless somebody speaks her true name, cast any magic. You're right. Okay, she's got a little bit of demonic influence, but as long as she's got that mark and nobody speaks her true name,
Okay.
she won't be able to do anything.
Give me another deception check for this.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm so exhausted.
Yeah, I know. And you're running out of time. Gideon's hat has just gone beyond. It's the only thing in sight now.
19.
19. It was against his Arcana, which is fortunately very low. He got an 18 on the dice.
Oh, thank God.
And he's like, magic shit. All right. Okay, fine. Yeah, cool. Checks out. True
Okay.
names that I've read about that. That sounds
Yep,
about right.
demons.
I think, yeah, he's legit, Max.
Yep.
Okay, you put the rune on her head and we'll follow. As soon as I find their fucking tokens.
So you're looking for the brothers?
Yeah.
Did you not find them under Hobgoblin?
No, I just found goblins.
Nothing comes up under Hobgoblin.
Goblins come up under hobgoblin.
Oh, is it?
Did Mira erase hobgoblins from existence?
I think so.
They don't
Like,
exist.
This is what I get. I get these
What
guys.
if you
I get
what
your
if you
own-
search Soldier?
You could also look at Akarthan.
Yeah, I could try Akathan, but I don't think I named them.
Oh, they're probably not named though.
No. Fuck.
I don't necessarily think they're going to be useful. I just think that Mira should have people.
What do you mean? She's got us.
I know.
She
but
doesn't
they're
actually
her
need
brothers.
them.
She loves them. They might hate her, but we don't know that they hate her. We just think they're being weird. But
But
she
hey,
needs-
at least her dreamer eye is more effective now.
yeah, isn't that just a blessing? Wait, that's Tom though, isn't it? That was one of the things that was sucked down by Ramses, right?
He was, yeah, very, very potent dreamer eye was sucked down.
Slurpy derpy.
There's some little Hobgoblin looking guys.
So we're
Like all come up on the
close.
I mean, you can't really be beggars can't be choosers at this stage.
It's true. Yeah, I'm gonna go get.
Probably just take them at least even for.
Here, look,
for
there's the brother.
standings.
He's in his mech. He's in his mech armor, and the younger brother is gonna be in his slick mech armor.
There was two. You just scrolled past two Hobgoblin.
I know, but
Oh, who cares?
they-
This is
Fuck
fine.
the Hobgoblin.
No. Let make them useful. This is good. This is
yeah,
good.
well, they're gonna bring their mechs with them, obviously. So they're gonna hop back into the
And
mechs.
I presume old Gabriel will follow us without any
Oh yeah,
persuasion.
he's around.
Did he come here? I thought he was in the tower. I'm not gonna.
No,
lie.
he was fighting with us.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Hey guys! I was just grabbing my sword.
Oh yeah, this is probably news to Cass as well.
What the fuck? Everything is new to me. I don't understand what's
yeah.
happening.
So you see a very old, dreadlocked man in very nasty kind of clothes that were probably white, have now kind of turned to like a beige after not being washed for a very, very long time, and now
They're
splattered
covered in a
with
lot
black
of blood as well.
A lot
now.
of blood and ichor, burnt all over, like scorched all over. He's still smoking as he's kind of making his way, bounding his way across everything, kind of parkouring along walls.
He's
Uh,
he's also ripped.
He's also he's jacked old man.
Of course he is. I'm not surprised.
And with that, he kind of leapfrogs over your head, David, does a little bongo drum on it as he spins around to face you, puts his hands on his hips, and he's like, okay. I thought you were going to forget me. Oh, dear. Where are we going? What's the plan? And you don't have to repeat again.
Follow that gun guy.
Gun
He just
guy.
went downstairs.
All right, you got it. And he starts zipping on after them. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Does Titus
5,
count?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, Titus counts.
Titus counts. He's ahead.
He is ahead, but he is still alive, and he's basically like a demigod. So he would probably take up as many resources as anyone else would.
Don't make me regret.
Well, let's
picking
just
up that
drag him
head.
outside of the ship on a rope.
I mean, you could totally do that if you want 2 more spaces later on. But beautiful. This I'm gonna make prefab, and we're gonna call this party.
Space fuckers.
Ace of space.
Space of space fuckers.
Ace of space fuckers.
There we go. Beautiful. And the space of space fuckers.
It was Ace
Descend.
of space. That's okay.
That's all right. We don't have time. We're running out of time. The universe is ending.
Yep.
And Lucian, just as you're beginning to, for a second, maybe lose hope, you descend the last stair, open the door.
Lucian.
Sorry, oh my god, Gideon. You descend the last step, and you now see the shadow of 10 individuals behind you, descending the stairs. And
Right.
they follow you down into the depths of Lucy's castle. You turn down different corners. You veer around, like cross over bridges that are crumbling. You continue over the bridges, and that seem like they're going to fall down into a dying volcano, like hundreds of feet below you. And just as the thing is about to completely crumble entirely, all happen to make it across without any issues, and eventually come to a set of giant iron doors that are slightly ajar. Make your way into one of Lucy's many labs inside her castle. And inside you see some powered down warforges. You see a couple of Arcanoloths who have been shot in the forehead, 1 bullet through the head. They're all dead in the room. And then under a dark veil, you see this enormous silhouette of a ship that's kind of insect-like in appearance.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right. Space of space fuckers.
That's how I feel right now. My mind is so all over the place.
Yeah, Gideon, you make your way in. You knew where this was. You knew how to get here, but you have no idea how to pilot this thing. But you know that the right people who needs to be here are here right now. You know that the young mind of Dahi, the master of magic, who will be able to pilot this thing, and you'll all be able to get it up and running with the help of the hobgoblin siblings of Mira.
Right. Okay. So as they enter the room, Gideon is gonna stop abruptly and do a little spin. He's gonna spin around on his heel. He's gonna stop right in front of them, and he's gonna clap his hands like, right. Now there's a bit more people than needed, but that's all right now. Now you, he's gonna point to you, Dahi. He's gonna be like, we need you to get her, and he's gonna point towards back, behind him, to get her up and running. And you two, he's gonna point to the 2 brothers. You guys will assist. Now, are we clear?
Oh my god, yes.
You see, Lucius is already on it. He's like, I'm on it, and he's looking at the controls, trying to figure them all out. Kind of pushes the holy shit, pushes the entire room apparently. Pushes away the unconscious Warforged to the side. Starts looking at what he has in front of him, and he's like, All right, yeah. This is stolen technology from us, but wow. Okay, they've improved it. There's some magic shit here, but I think I've got it. This is pretty much all ready to go. We just need to start filling with some power, and I'll open up the gates to send it on our way. And he starts hacking away at the whatever machinery is here, tossing runes aside and trying to like figure them out on this. Like it's like beautiful black obsidian slate that sits on top of another larger cube of black onyx, and these runes just kind of slide across the slate as he's kind of passing them all around, and a set of doors on the far end of the room start to open up. He clicks a few more buttons and the veil shoots off into a small tube to reveal the ship underneath. And you have this large insect-like ship that is kind of similar shape to a dragonfly. All the exterior is made out of this beautiful, intricate designs, like metalwork all over. Like panels of lapis lazuli are like embedded into this whole thing. Loads of different gemstones encrust the entirety of this thing, and all the a lot of the imagery on here is carved out or like filled in or drawn with like liquid gold that moves and animates across the entirety of the structure. A doorway opens up below the ship. He's like, okay, this is as far as I can go. Looks like the rest of the last thing we need to do is we need to get a Spelljammer helm in. It seems to be some sort of chair. We just need to get that installed, and as soon as that's installed, that's where Magic Man is going to take the lead.
Me, Magic Man?
Yep, you Magic Man. We need to get a spell jamming helm. Do you know anything about that?
I could lie to you and say that I do. I might have read something about something somewhere, but I'm not particularly.
Where do we get something like that? I don't think we have time to pop to the shops.
No, there should be one around here somewhere. It should look like some sort of chair or seat or steering wheel. You can give me an Arcana check, David, if you want.
Absolutely.
I also.
Magic.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
And 25.
25, okay. And Gideon?
5.
5, beautiful. You look around for a chair, and David, you spot it. You don't just try to figure out what this is. You've heard bits and bobs of times long before the Fey Lords, way past. People used to crew entire cities with certain magical helms. And you kind of try to piece this together. You don't really know what it is. You kind of piece it together, and then as soon as you're trying to just tune into a very powerful source of magic, you pick it up immediately, and you see hovering between two large metal plates, kind of suspending it in air, surrounded by a bubble of arcane energy. There is a giant mechanical chair with crystals embedded in it. And Gideon, you do eventually spot a chair as well. As soon as David spots it, you're like, yeah, that's a chair. And David's on it.
This looks like it might be, and I think like overall I've been in a bit of a stupor and exhausted, but I kind of, pick up a little bit in the pursuit of like an excitement of something as amazing as this. This is kind of what I wanted to do to the tower. I wanted to make it like mobile. Wait, what? And I turned to Gideon. Where are we going with this?
My dear friend, the Fates. I'm just gonna look up again at the air and kind of lift his hand. The Fates will guide us. Do not worry.
Oh my god. The face? The face of what?
No,
I'm
my
fucking-
friend, you are not attuned. It's the Fates, the 3 sisters of truth.
3 sisters. They're not the spectre. They're not. Never mind.
Yeah, he's walking away. He doesn't care.
Okay, I'll start trying to figure out the chair, I guess. Is it like not within the ship itself?
It needs to be brought into the ship. But as you're kind of piecing it together, and with that over 20 Arcana check, you're kind of looking at it, piecing it together. You're like, yeah, absolutely. All this needs to be is inside the ship. As long as it's inside the ship, wherever you want it to be, you can use this to tap into the entirety of the ship itself.
Okay. Wait, so Lucius, Maximilian, is it the other one?
Maximus.
Maximus.
Yeah, Maximus.
Maximus. Okay, there we go. Maximus, Lucius, can you help me with this? Just
Yep.
a character.
You got it, and they start making their way over. They grab hold of the ship. They pull it out of the Lucius disables the kind of wall of force around it. It kind of drops down. Maximilian catches it. Maximus catches it, throws it over one shoulder, and they start to lug it into the ship. Wherever you want to have this chair, we can decide. Oh my god. What is
Why are
that?
they all stuck together?
I don't know. That's
Sticky.
a good question.
Sticky, magic sticky.
There we
Well,
go.
as that happens, can Gideon he's kind of like helping everyone else on the ship.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be paying. He's gonna be extra like with the others. He's just kind of like, oh, come on now, come on. But with Mira and Wukong, he's gonna be a little bit extra careful and kind of like put a hand very gently on their back and very gently like guide them along. He's like, you go now. It's all right now.
He's also a womanizer.
Sorry.
This sounds like exactly like a cowboy movie where
I
he's
love
like
it.
calming the cows or like the horse.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
Amira will walk on her own now. She's back in the game. She's just like, thank you, and just heads straight to the ship. I really do hope you know what you're doing.
I know everything in this world. And he again left his hands and look up. The fates are telling me everything, my dear.
Yes. The thing. Okay.
The fates. Beautiful. So you all make your way onto the ship, which doesn't for some reason have another floor. Okay, that's cool. Oh no, wait, it does, but no. Where did it go?
It's okay, the universe is ending, man.
That's all right. Kel. No,
Shit's
no
happening.
rush, no pressure.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just channel Gideon and you'll be okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fates will guide you.
Yeah, the fates will guide you. I love Cass as Gideon, even though you are, or you know what I mean.
Here we go. Okay.
The fates will guide you. Come on now. Yeehaw.
Yeah, sure. We'll just delete you guys. That's cool. All right. You all make your way into the bottom of the ship. Kind of make your way up into that side of the ship, and we're gonna go get the lower deck here. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh fuck yeah!
We can start hopping on board.
yeah.
And I can say, we'll just put the spell jamming helm because I deleted it. That this is how
And you
we do it.
deleted David.
I did, but yeah.
Oh, it was all a trap. I get in the chair
You
and
you disintegrate. You got me.
there you go. We did it, boys. We saved the universe.
There we go. Have the chair installed. As the rest of you start to pour into the ship. As soon as Maximus places the ship, the spell jamming helm into the ship, the entire all the ships, all the controls in the place light up. The whole ship comes to life, beams with color, and an interface opens up. These kind of floating illusionary bits of information start to float up. All these runes around you, David, around the chair itself. Do you want to sit in the chair?
Yeah, I'll go sit in the chair.
Perfect. All right.
Is everyone ready? Are we leaving, guys? Are you?
No, I think we should dilly dally a little while longer.
Whatever we do, the fates will protect us. You
Oh,
just
wow.
do what you gotta do.
Do you know what? No matter how this goes, I'm pretty happy with this guy.
I just want to clarify. Do you think us getting on this ship, we're gonna somehow avoid the end of the world?
Right.
Like
What
the
do you-
apocalypse is not gonna catch up on us because we're in a
Wait,
ship.
you're speaking again? Oh, hey, Mira.
Hi, David.
Feeling a bit better? Oh, you sound so formal.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Gideon is gonna turn to Mira, and he's kind of gonna like his eyes kind of like soften a bit, like they twitch a bit, and then they soften. Like when he's looking at everyone else, he kind of looks through them, but Amira, he looks a little bit softer. It's like,
Oh,
listen, sweetheart, it's all right. Nothing will hurt you here. We are protected.
But listen, I place my hand on Gideon's shoulder, a very, very high up shoulder.
He's kind
I'm
of
not-
bending down a little bit to make it easier for you.
Listen, I'm not particularly scared about anyone or anything coming to kill us. But to me, when you say that the universe is ending, I don't think there's a spot in the universe that isn't ending that we could go to and not die.
He's gonna take her hand very gently again. Like his touch is very like, if she wants to get out of it, she can easily. He's gonna bring her hand down and kind of like clasp both of his hands over them and give a little like squeeze. He's like, I promise you, with all my might, and with all the truth of the three sisters and my heart, there ain't gonna be nothing wrong. This one is ending, yeah, but there is hope out there, and I will show you the light. I can promise you that.
Right. Well,
Incredible.
Sorry, he's a lot.
you sound like your average priest who kind of answers the question by not answering the question. But fuck it. What's the other option? Staying here and dying right now. So yeah, sure, we'll get on the ship and see what needs to be done. If we can maybe fix this.
Atta girl. Atta girl.
While all this is going on, I'm going to have tried contacting Adam, and every attempt to try to bring him here is just met with the words "Grizzle last stand, Grizzle last stand." He's just like, he's not coming. He's,
Last stand.
Oh wow.
yeah, this is like his biggest dream. He's like, oh yeah, world's ending. Gotta fucking.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
Oh wow, that is
That's
beautiful.
amazing.
I'm gonna give you an inspiration for how well you
Oh yeah, I have
you
those.
depicted I could totally see that. That's so
God.
funny.
That's so funny.
no matter what is said, and there's just a point where I accept that, and I know, oh, he's not coming.
It's beautiful. You're contacting him desperately, and also as you're doing that, you're kind of sitting in the ship, and you can feel your body and your consciousness begin to attune with the spell jamming helm, and it takes about 10 minutes to do so. But as this is happening, as you're tuning, you see an interface appear before you. This floating ball sack, this floating teardrop, 3D depiction of Gostar. Zoomed in at the moment, but consciously as you start to connect to bits of the ship, you can zoom this out, you can keep zooming out so you can figure out what's beyond here. But currently, this teardrop is disintegrating at the bottom, moving up. Bits of it are starting to glitch and disappear, and from the base outwards, it's starting to disappear.
Right, so at first I'm pretty excited, like trying to figure out this magic thing, and then the interface comes up, and then you can start seeing the disintegration. Like, guys, oh my god, well, we gotta go. Is there anything we need to do before we get off this place? Where are we Gideon? Where are we going?
Can Future Potato actually step up to the wherever David is at the helm?
Yeah.
And she'll just be like, "Oh, actually, I have an idea," and she's gonna take out the everlasting martini glass and just have a martini.
Hold on, I'm gonna flip my coin. Oh yeah, he doesn't like that.
Is it what? He's against drinking now?
Martinis. I hate martinis.
Probably some of the martini actually spills out of the left-hand side of her mouth as well.
Oh my
she's not
god,
used-
it probably burns as well, just a little bit. Not like enough to do any damage, but
Oh, Potama loves that burn. Mm.
Anyway, can I attune with the fates and see where we're going?
yes you can. Give me a roll. Just give me a d20.
We just see this like omnipotent dude who's like knows everything. Just
Actually,
flipping a coin
You know
in the
what?
corner.
Fucking flip me a coin, dude. Flip me a coin.
Yeah. He's gonna take the coin from his hat, and he's gonna kiss it, and he's like, "Do you guide me, ma?" And he's gonna flip it.
I'm gonna widen my eyes and try not to pay attention to what's happening.
Ooh, that is a head.
Immediately a few visions start to flash before your eyes. There's no direct route here. You see a stream of water shooting up from Gostar, shooting out into space. Mimmer's Well. It is a direct connection to the plane of water from Gostar. You see another image flash before your eyes, a hurricane somewhere in space. That is a direct connection to the elemental plane of air. You see the burning sun that floats in the void. The fates warn you that this is a very dangerous path. If this is one that you want to take, if there's no other options, they completely they kind of try to veer you away from the stream, the tendril of Gostar that goes up into the chaos, and then beyond that eventually into elemental planes. But the chaos itself will rip the ship apart. You need to find one of the direct routes through the elemental planes to get past that initial barrier of the chaos if you want to travel safely to where you need to go.
Right. I'm relaying all that shit. Sorry.
One last thing, they do give you an omen, a bad omen of the moon. And they warn you to stay away from the moon.
Ooh, let's go to the moon.
Right.
Oh my god!
Absolutely. Right. So, Gideon... Hold on, actually. Let me just fill my coin, sorry. Right, Gideon's gonna say everything except the moon part.
Okay, well then I vote hurricane. Space
Can
hurricane,
I-
let's go. Full throttle there, David.
Yeah, I'll start throttling.
I'll start throttling!
If I figured out the interface at all, I'll start trying again.
Beautiful,
Uh,
yeah.
What's Mira saying here?
Yeah.
I was just, could I inside check Gideon?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just,
Sounds
he
wise.
seems like he's kind of full of shit. Like he's
Oh
so
yeah, none of us
confident in himself,
thought to
you know?
second guess him. That's true.
Yeah, I would just,
Worlds, I think.
whenever he's like channeling his god or whatever, can I just try to see if he's just like faking it or if he's actually believing he's talking
He's
to
just
someone or...
fucking nuts.
I mean,
he's just fucking nuts.
yeah, absolutely. Give me an insight check. I'm gonna say DC is 20 because he's so cracked.
Because he's so cracked.
Yeah, he's so crazy.
Right.
He's crazy.
I rolled a 2, so
Roll the 2.
that's 6. So
It's impossible. Well, yeah, you tell me what Mira can get with that all together.
Yeah. Right. So, again, like, Gideon, like, he notices that you're kind of looking him up and down, and he just, like, gives, like, a soft smile, and he starts, like, flipping his coin a little bit. He doesn't look at what it says, but he's just flipping it, and as you see him flipping it, you see these little specks of, like, red and all of that just coming from the coin, and it just kind of amazes you just a little bit, and you can't help but be like, this might be the truth. Like, he might have the whole universe in his hands, but you can't
he
quite
might just be that
understand.
powerful.
Yeah, that's what you get from that.
Beautiful. I like that. Yeah, fantastic.
Thank you.
David, you finally feel this pulse go through your body as you become connected to the entire ship. You're aware of everything around it. You can move to any point in the ship, know what's happening, know what the damage is, know how the ship is feeling. This ship is sentient, and your consciousness merges with it, and you can will it as if it were your own body to move through the sky, move through the move through space. And you realize just how fast this thing is. This thing can travel like 10,000 miles in a second. This thing's fast.
Pew.
Are you guys ready? I don't know how this is going to feel. I'm going to ask the ship its name because it's sentient and I have a connection to it.
You start to connect to the ship. And just as you're reaching out to this pure, pristine consciousness that has been unnamed and undeveloped, it's fresh, this brand new sentient being, absorbs some of you, and you hear back, "Baby's me too. I'm a ship now. Woo!"
I was just thinking that.
Oh my god.
Me too. What are you doing?
Here we go, light speed.
Oh yeah, Kaz. David had a growth on his back called Me Too.
Right, so he's done his shit.
Yeah, he's now
It's
in
like
the ship.
Me too.
It's like a very very low intelligence version of David
Yeah.
that has
he's lovely.
now
David,
put in the ship.
your
Amazing.
body kind of sinks for a second into the spelljamming helm, and you feel like a part of you detach. And now this face appears on the seat that you're sitting on. It kind of merges itself out of the metal, and then the metal kind of turns, like parts of it turn to flesh. And these big living eyes open up. They're not made of metal. They're real eyes that sit in the ship. Real teeth sit inside the metal mouth. And they just smile and grin like, "Woo! Let's go!
I did always promise him a body. Oh god.
I am alive!
Oh my god.
Yeehaw, motherfuckers!
Yeah!
Yeehaw.
I'm gonna call him Dithiela.
Okay. Yes, there.
Me too.
The...
Dithiel. We'll call him Dithiel.
Okay, I'll rewrite that. Dithiel. I am Dithiel now. I'm no longer me too. Let's go, Captain.
Oh my god.
Where is your destination?
Space Hurricane, please.
Space Hurricane. Calculating. The ship just fires off through the gates, shoots up into the sky, and it's incredible speed. All of you shoot back to the back of the ship, crashing into whatever's around you, and you just go straight up like a bullet through the atmosphere, break through the atmosphere of Gostar. And I'm going to say we're going to take a break there.
Lovely.
We'll take a 10-minute,
Nice.
15-minute break, and we'll come back
sounds
in a
good.
few minutes.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you.
Cool Bula. Anyone who's watching, we'll be back here in 15 minutes. So, see you
Nice.
next. Bye.
Y'all damn.
Okay.
Oscar will look at Ghostly and say, "Frog, horse, frog. Do you wanna frog, horse? Do you wanna go on top of the frog, horse?"
Yeah, are you all right, mate?
Frog! On top, frog!
Do you hit your head?
Oh my god.
I will go next to Madame Sprout and just put my hands on top of the frog. Safe, very safe.
Eternal Oscar right now. Notice that Bubbles does a thing where the sides of Bubbles' mouth kind of stretch to the sides and curl downwards and you can sense what Bubbles is thinking, really, you think I'm good at this kind of stuff?
I'm just gonna look at him and it's like, no, but I don't think I'm any better. You really want me to go up to that man and go like, oh, it's okay, she wasn't much of a loss. See, I can't.
Bubbles kind of points inside their mouth. And just you know what Bubbles is saying the whole time, and Bubbles is just trying to communicate. I can't even talk.
I think that's the benefit.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Ghostly, I think this might be for you.
What's that then?
Go give Brian a hug.
Oh, Brian's upset because the Cinta's in bits on the floor.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
One, space
adventure.
Space adventure. We're back. Hello, welcome back to Into the Multiverse. So, as we left off, the beta questers, you have taken off into the stratosphere. The ship is going at full throttle, starting to burn all around. The ship's getting hot, and eventually, you break through into void.
Nice.
You see the ball sack world floating behind you, the bottom of it starting to get eaten away by this just black mass. You see this huge black sphere starting to spread out in every direction, starting with Gostar. Not too far from there, you can see this beautiful porcelain white moon. You see this blue stream that shoots off from one point of Gostar way off into space like a blue laser. And then far off in the distance, a burning ember. The sun just off in the distance, this disc of yellow. And beyond that, there are endless stars. There's black void. And then at the end of that black void, there are shimmers of chaos. Kind of like the northern lights. Occasionally you get glimpses of flickers of color way off. And Gostar stretches out through one point in space like a stream of different colors, as if it's been kind of warped and stretched, and that one line shoots off into infinity towards those lights. For a moment, as the ship arrives in the void, you get this moment where you can see everything. You see this, take it all in. You can see the world that you've made your home after all these years, and it's disappearing. You have one shot to try to bring it back, and you're heading for a hurricane in space. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
That was the direction, right? Right, get in.
Can the ship take that? I'm just saying, is it built for surviving a hurricane in space?
But we're going towards it. I'm not saying we're going into it, but you know.
The fates will decide.
Some planning can be involved.
It's like the ultimate cop-out. It's like, it's just hope and pray, baby.
And you're just gonna lean back and light another cigar.
Hell yeah. Smoking inside enclosed spaces in space is tight.
Yep. Yep. You don't
So,
care.
Gideon, what is our plan as we go towards this thing? Are you going to tell us?
Hold on.
He's thinking.
Oh yeah, I am. But what the fuck am I doing? Can I consult with the fates real quick? What am I doing? What am I saying?
Where are you going? Yeah, give me a flip a coin.
A coin again, okay. Oh fuck, that's the tails.
Tails.
Yeah.
Again, that fork in the road appears in your mind. You see all the images flash before you. It is up to this party to decide which route is taken. This is a point where several different instances can occur, but all will lead to the fates. Well, to the final fate.
Okay. Well, Giddy's just gonna take a drag of his cigarette and puff out. He's gonna like note. He's gonna like notice that he's kind of like blowing like towards the mirror, and he's like, "Oh, sorry." He's gonna kind of turn it a little bit and just blow it in Potama's face instead. And
Yeah, maybe I will give him a cigar.
he's gonna just nod and just gonna be like, "I don't decide that. That's up to you guys. The fates have said it to be so, and it must be."
Hurricane it is!
Hurricane it is.
go.
David, you are looking for a pinhole in infinity. I need you to give me a perception check.
Sure. Let me just put down I'm currently waxing my boots.
Oh, I thought you were saying your booty.
I'm waxing my boots.
Oh yeah, that's booty.
Waxing my buns, baby.
He's doing wax on, wax off, but with his butt. It's like a little. That's how he drives.
I imagine it like
like he's doing a little dance.
Polishing bowling balls. It's just kind of like shook, 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 shook.
27.
27. It's gonna be close. It's gonna take a little longer, and you're gonna for a while you're kind of just like steering this thing all over the place. You're like, it's gonna be over here, and you're like, oh shit. You're sensing it more than anything. You're trying to attune to this ship and its radar, and it's this whole new sense where you are conscious of everything within like 5,000 miles of this ship. Wow. The majority of it is void, and what you notice as well, this thing can pilot itself kind of on its own, where it will make tiny adjustments while it's traveling at light speed to just avoid any kind of tiny objects. So it'll make these tiny changes automatically, and you're dashing from one point of the stars to the next, and you're on the ship for about an hour before you finally figure out where it is, and now you begin traveling to it. And it's going to take a few days of travel through space to make your way to this.
Oh, it's quite far.
Yeah, space is big, man. Space is big.
Yeah. Well, you said 1,000 kilometers a second, so I wasn't sure how big we were talking.
Oh yeah, you're going to that's basically how fast you can travel. I think. Let me just double check the spell jamming rules. It's around that a spell jamming ship can travel, but let me just double check. Do they have it?
I'm spell jamming out to these tunes.
Oh right, I know, right? They're dope. Okay, it's not there, so I'll look in the book itself. Astral Adventures Guide. No, is this the wrong book again? No, it's not.
We were gonna go look for Newt, weren't we? That was kind of part of our plan before.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that takes a back seat to everything.
I thought Newt was kind of like our goal towards everything, if that makes sense.
No, we're just gonna talk to him about fixing the weave.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the Spelljammer can travel 100 million miles in 24 hours. So
Nice.
that is the speed you're traveling space right
So
now.
it makes sense that the hurricane is 100 million miles away.
Over 100 million miles away, about 300 million miles away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's going to take you about 3 days to get there.
Oh, lovely.
So, we don't
Friendship
have to
games.
spend all 3 of the days role-playing them out, but if there is anything that you get up to on this ship...
As soon as we get some downtime and we're not like panicking to leave a planet that's dying, I'm actually gonna try find. Well, I suppose I don't need to try very hard. I'm gonna go to find Mira on the ship. To like, when we have like some time to wind down and stuff. And assuming she's not busy or whatever, if I can get her when she's free. I'm kind of reveling in the whole. What the hell happened to the ship? That's really weird.
No idea. I'm very. Oh, you know what it is? It's this.
Oh, what was that?
So the map, it gets rid of buildings, it seems.
Okay.
The more you know.
Weird.
So, find her on the ship. Is there Is there anywhere in particular you think Mira would be?
She's probably keeping distance from her brothers because they probably give her nasty looks as she approaches. So she's just trying to just stay out of the way, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So they're probably in the same room as David, who's steering the ship, just in case they need his services at all. So,
can we go? Are we able to go on the upper deck during this time, or do we have to stay?
No, you absolutely can. You can go up on the upper deck of the ship, and there is this air envelope around the entire thing.
Okay, cool. So we can look out at all the space while we're flying through.
Yeah. So, David, you've come to understand that you can travel for about 30 days before you run out of air on this ship.
Okay, lovely.
And then you have to land some. Sorry, no, my apologies. You have 120 days of fresh air.
And is that divided by the number of people or something?
No, but if you start to, so you can have 12 people on this ship, so there's enough air for 12 people for 120 days. As soon as you start exceeding that, those days start to rapidly go down. So say you had one extra person, you only have 110 days of air.
Oh, okay. And we're only at 11, I think.
Yeah, but for
and I don't breathe.
Okay, well, we'll say
Wow.
the air itself will.
I'm so immensely focused on being a psychic that I don't have to breathe.
Wow.
You know what? Yeah, just because you are the character that you are, 100%. I'm gonna say you have 140 days before you need to settle down anywhere.
Nice.
No.
Beautiful.
Okay, so when I find Mira, I'll put Titus's head down and probably aim him away so that he's not looking at us, because that'd be weird. And I'm not thinking at all that I haven't really processed the concept that she might actually be horrified by my appearance now. I'm not really thinking about that.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna put my tentacle arm around her waist and put my hand on her face and like just brush like some curls of hair out of her face and look her deep in the eyes, and I'm just gonna unless she stops me, I'm just gonna kiss her deeply.
Oh
my god!
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, she lets it happen. Jesus. Not see that coming.
Future
Yeah,
Tim's
imagine
still
that.
just riding the high of having killed a Phalord, and also they haven't had a moment together for a little bit.
That is true.
And also everyone keeps hitting on her.
No.
Like this creepy old cowboy dude.
No!
He's not creepy.
I didn't like the shoulder touch. No, okay, well, look. So after a moment, she does pull away, and it's like, well, you've picked a very awkward time for this. And look, Tim, you're great. I really like you. But I am also slightly upset by how things went. You know, both David and we tried to talk to you and understand that you have history that I'm not fully aware of, but did you have to kill Lucy?
Oh, she's gonna. Future Tim is gonna sit down for a second and think about that. And she's gonna put her like the Titus head is just like there next to her, like looking away. She's gonna put her hand over the ear that isn't burnt, and she's just gonna be like, I think I have to kill all of them.
But like, I don't have an issue with that. Whatever happens with the Phalord, you know, that's fine with me. But in that moment, we could have really, really used her help. Could this thing not have waited just for a little bit? We could have asked her questions. We could have asked about the Demogorgon. Not that that matters now, but it's just. I mean, sure.
Yeah, it's all gone now.
Well, yeah.
You can't save them all. I think sometimes we gotta just let go.
Surely you feel a bit guilty about it, though, because we did this.
Well,
And I know, it's rich coming from me. You all tried to warn me. I take full responsibility for my role in this, but you seem so unbothered.
with the Lucy stuff.
With that and with the world ending, we're all dying. Every single one of them. Because of us. Like, we, the people on this ship, specifically you, me, and David, we are the problem. Does it not bother you?
No, I get what you mean. It does bother me. And when it's all said and done, yeah, no, I agree. I think we're not any better for this world than the Feylords. I think this has been easy for me to digest because I've seen it before.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry about that, but
Maybe I'm a little desensitized to the end of the world.
well, maybe this Gideon guy isn't full of shit, and maybe he knows what he's talking about, and maybe we can go to space and do I don't know what we're doing something. Maybe it'll somehow get fixed, and then we can redeem ourselves. Maybe. I do also want you to know that out of all the people, I'm very glad to be spending the end of the world with you.
Yeah, I'm glad you're with us. And hey, it's she's kind of looking around in space, and she's like, kind of like that date, huh?
Yeah. Except now we're here.
Now we're here.
You just hear like a muffled words coming from like the face that's buried in the bed that you're sitting on, Fatima, like, oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
What the fuck?
I'll give him at least the small respect of picking. I'll pick his head up and put it on like a bedside locker or something, so he's not just shoved into like a pillowcase or whatever.
Beautiful. We can have
Suffocating.
So he's just kind of there.
Yeah, fantastic. Just looking out over it all. Yep. There it is. I always knew I'd come back.
Is there a reason we're keeping him with us then? Does he provide any value? I'm just wondering.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you said to keep. We should have kept Lucy around, but we shouldn't keep this one.
I mean, Lucy had some information. She knew about what was going on, and in the moment, it felt very important to talk to her. This guy, he's ahead, and so far, I don't think he said a single intelligent thing.
No, he's usually not very
And
helpful.
with your thirst for bloodlust, is the reason you're keeping him alive this long?
I think he'll be more useful in all of this than any of the other Feylords, but he's gonna get what's coming.
Okay.
It's true. I basically did up the blueprints for this thing. Lucy stole them.
Oh, well, that would have been helpful to know.
I mean, I didn't think. I was just happy to be dragged along. To be honest, I felt like if I put any input or said anything to the one who just killed my sister, I'd be out. So I've just been cruising along on this one until the right moment, and he kind of just wiggles a little bit on the kind of bedside table.
Very wise.
I'm gonna use my telekinesis to hold Pain like in the air with the blade pointed towards him, and just not say anything, but it's just kind of there.
You know when something doesn't touch you, but it's almost touching you? It's kind of more painful that, oh yeah, I can feel, oh no, get it away. He like spits on the clay. Well, this is shit. As for anyone else, is there anything else that anyone would like to get up to in these 3 days traveling?
Mhm. Oh, if Lucius can do anything to like help us on the ship, I guess, or anything to teach us about like the use of mechs in case that comes up. Because I'm acutely aware now that magic might just fail, and I don't want to be caught rotten.
Yeah. So after doing some research, after a couple of days or so, he does start to get some core bits of information down about how this ship functions exactly. So the first thing he kind of discovers is that there is an air envelope around the ship itself, and kind of explains that to you, which you're already kind of conscious of to some extent. Explains the speed that you're traveling, kind of breaks down all those bits of information. He says the gravity acts strange on the ship as well, depending on what side of your ship you're on. If you're on the bottom, gravity is going to be acting upwards, pushing you onto the bottom of the ship. If you're on the top of the ship, it's going to be pushing down. And there is a point halfway through the ship where gravity is both pushing up and down, and you'll be suspended in space. But if the ship is in hyperdrive, which it's in currently, you will be left behind. Yeah, it's just going to speed right past you, and you're going to be left, several thousand miles behind all of a sudden. If you're off the ship when it's traveling at the high speeds that it is. But as long as you're on the ship, you're fine. He starts to then kind of break down then the core things that are on the ship, like weapons and the like, so that he notes there are there's one Managonel, there's one kind of large cannon at the top of the ship, which is right here. This is the controls for a very large cannon, like hyper cannon, that can shoot out the front of the ship. But it needs 4 people to crew it and put it together. So you need 2 actions to load it up with charges. You need another action to aim it and program in the destination. And then you need one last action to fire it. So it takes 4 actions to fire this thing.
Gotcha.
And it can fire up to 800 feet. But it can't hit anything within 60 feet of it. And it does 5d10 radiant damage. I can give you all the information on this later as well. But then there are 2 ballista as well up on deck as well. And they require 3 people to man. 1 action to load, 1 action to aim, and 1 action to fire.
Nice.
And they do 3d10 lightning damage.
I thought the missile launcher was bad.
But yeah, those are there for other people. They can crew them or arm them in whatever way they want. He kind of goes through just some basic things as well about how you can pinpoint locations on the ship, and it can automatically go to some of them. But you, as a spelljammer, you are in charge of the ship. If you fall unconscious, the ship will go offline, and you'll lose connection to the spelljamming helm.
So I have to be awake for the 3 days.
No, you can cruise to some extent, but if you want to make changes to the ship, so essentially this is going straight in one direction right now. But if you were to fall unconscious, it would just continue flying straight until it ran out of whatever resources are on it. Yeah.
And then it would just, it would still keep going anyway.
Yeah, it would just still keep floating through space until it hit something or whatever. But until you give it new orders again, it will just continue on the last order it was given.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
So don't die.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
But you do know anyone who has a spell casting level, I'm going to say of 5th level or higher, can crew this as well.
Nope.
Sorry, that has a what?
Anyone who's got at least 5 levels in any type of spell casting class can crew this.
Oh, okay.
So Mira.
No, I lost all my... Yeah, Mira could do it as well.
Mira can do it as well, yeah. but she's currently
Upset with me.
I mean, the thing is, because it's such a sentient thing, it will react to emotions as well, which Lucian also warns you about. There is the potential that if you are really angry or you can't get your instructions clearly to the ship, it might misplace directions and get confused. So there you have it.
So, are there any frogs on board?
No.
Okay.
There's a bunch of chicken. Though.
Is it? There's chickens?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
They're all frozen in pocket dimension chambers.
Oh, can I release them?
You can open it up, and there's like about
just take a
100 or
chicken?
so frozen chickens. Yeah.
Frozen chickens?
Yeah, they're frozen. They've been like preserved.
Oh, they're dead. Oh, I
yeah,
thought you meant
100%.
like live chickens.
No,
oh, right.
they're totally dead.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I was gonna rub one on David.
No, if you had 100 chickens on the ship, you'd run out of air quite quickly.
Well, they're in the pocket dimension.
They are,
They're
but
tiny.
there's only so much air in pocket dimensions.
Yeah, I guess.
Even if they were alive, they'd be dead at this stage.
I see.
Um,
Well, I'm not
Okay.
with the chickens then. I'm not gonna just be with the chickens. I'm not.
I'm sorry that the chickens are dead.
Yeah, you ruined it. Gideon is just he's on the upper deck, but he's like not where Mira and Patema are. He's like the other side.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I
he's
go?
just-
Can I go to that side?
Yeah.
I want to talk to Gideon.
Right. He's just cleaning his he's doing like a little ritual of sorts. Like he's cleaning his gun and his coin, but his the way he moves is very gentle. Yeah, like it's not like usually when you see people clean their guns, they're kind of meticulous about it. Like they know exactly what to do. They're very quick with it. But Gideon is a bit more soft with it, and he's kind of whispering a little bit as he does it, saying like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart," and like, "Oh, do bear with me, ma," and all of that. So, yeah,
Beautiful.
he's chilling.
Hey, Pistol Papa. Nice gun. I used to have a gun like that. Mine shot cannonballs. But yeah, that relied on transmutation magic, so it doesn't work anymore. I didn't catch your name. We just kind of all hopped on this spaceship with you.
That you did. The fates told me so. Well, he's gonna set his gun and the coin down. He's gonna turn around. Well, my name is Gideon Derek Tony Jackson, but just call me Gideon.
Aw,
You.
I
What's
knew
your
a
name?
Tony once.
Oh, you did.
I've no idea what his last name was though. But he was a good
well-
guy.
Well, I can
We fought
assure
a
you.
dinosaur together.
Oh, really? That's very impressive. Now, I can tell you that I wasn't that Tony.
Yeah, no, I would have recognized you.
Right. Well, he's gonna lean forward in the chair. He's not face that. Just like, well, what's your name? I didn't catch that either.
I'm Patema.
Damn. Right.
Yeah, usually people are heard of me. Where you been?
I have not been on this plane, but it's
Ah.
nice to meet you, Patema.
And what's the deal with your coin? You just flipping a coin and guessing what we should do?
He's gonna
Flip his coin.
yeah, he's gonna laugh a bit. He's actually gonna take the coin and flip it. Right. Well, usually I ain't about giving the truth. I only guide people to see it, but if you, Patema, I'll tell you. Now this, he's gonna hold the coin up and kind of glistens a bit. This is one of the fates that are guiding me on this journey. She is the one that tells me what is right and what is wrong. She is my sight. My dear Ma is trapped within here, but she is guiding me. And I follow. That is the truth, Potato.
Do I see anything weird when I look at the coin, Gabriel, with my left eye?
Yeah. With your eye that can see has complete true sight. You know, I'm gonna actually double check the exact ruling of true sight, because as I know, it's not like you see absolutely everything. Maybe you do.
You can see a lot of things, but not everything. I found it hard to actually get ruling on it.
Yeah. So notice the secret doors hidden by magic, can see into the ethereal plane all around 120 feet. Let me just check.
I can see dead people.
Yeah. Which I think is...
presume there's none on the ship, though, because it's like a new ship.
You can see magical darkness, you can see invisible creatures, automatically detect visual illusions, succeed on saving throws against them, perceives the original form of a shapeshifter. Furthermore, you can see into the ethereal plane. I need you to make me a perception check.
Perception, okay. Oh, that's a good one. What's my perception modifier? It's pretty high.
No.
Okay, yeah. I got like I rolled a 30.
Oh my god.
Shit. With a 30, that is the highest DC in this you can get is a 30. That is considered nearly impossible. You see, trapped within this coin, the fraction of a soul. I'm just going to give you all the information here. You see the third piece of a soul, but not just a regular soul. This, even though it's a fraction of a soul, the soul that lives within this coin is greater than any mortal soul that exists. This is the fraction of a soul of a deity. This is a god that exists in a coin. Not only that, you would also pick up a second fraction within the gun that he holds. You see that there's
the same soul.
Of the same soul, but it's different. It's got a different personality to it. And there is like that. There is a personality to each of these fragments. They exist as one being, but they're also entirely different individuals. But they're immensely powerful. And it's slightly blinding to take in all this information. You kind of have to do it in blinks. But yeah, he has two.
I don't have an eyelid on that side of my face.
That's true. Maybe you kind of have to just like turn it off,
just put
basically.
my hand over
turn it off and on, basically, to like kind of clip in and out, because it's like the more you're perceiving it, the more your eye is beginning to crack a little bit.
Ooh, oh gosh. All right. Oh well, nice to meet you, Ma.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of her?
He's gonna go silent on that. Just gonna. You have quite an attitude, huh? Never had anyone ask me that. I'll let it slide now. But you've seen the truth, yeah?
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, your friend, I'm just gonna kind of look over to Mira. Just gonna look back for Timon. Is she quite alright? Seemed a little shaken.
Oh no, not at all.
Right. You care to elaborate, or are you just gonna leave me at that?
Well, actually, yeah. If your mom could give me, you said she tells you what to do. If she could tell me what to do. She's kind of upset with me right now, and I don't really know how to fix that.
Right. Now, I can't give you Ma. Ma will only give me her true sight, but I'll ask her for you. I will. She's important, that one, to the mission. So are you, I will say. You're all been handpicked by the fates. I'm merely a harbinger.
Let me know what you get in the coin flip.
Yep. Let me see. Oh my god, that's a heads. Yeah.
You flip the coin, and for a moment it flashes like bright white, and kind of slaps down onto your hand. It's heavy, and it burns itself. It brands the center of your hand. And as you kind of pull away and you hold the coin back in your other hand, Mira's face has been burnt into the palm of your hand. And you watch as the face begins to warp, the burn shifts as your flesh melds and twists to then form an eye. And then the eye shifts and changes into what can only be depicted as like a throne. And then just stars. Stardust kind of flickers from your palm as the wound disappears.
Right.
You know, there's moments where information it's too much to be perceived all at once, so they have to break it down into images. And when a decision has so much weight to it that could affect like massive things. This happened to you when you were warned about these individuals, when you had to gather them together, and it meant the end of the universe if you didn't get them. This is the same thing happened. You had to depict all of the images that came up. The same thing happens again when you ask anything about Mira.
Okay. Well, he's like when the whole thing was burning around in his skin, he would have showed that, like, he would have held his hand out to show Fatema, and when it's done, he's just no. I can't quite make too much sense of that, but maybe you can. I'll tell you, she showed you a part of it, but even my own Ma can't see all of it now. You'll have to figure it out.
So, like, not like flowers or chocolate or anything.
I mean, it's kind of look over at Mira, and he's like, you know, she don't really seem like a flower girl, does she?
You're right. Do you have any magic items on you that you don't want anymore that I can have? I'll give you, and I'll count out like 153 gold pieces. It's like, I got this. If you got anything to spare.
Hold on. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I ain't got nothing. But I'll aid you
maybe
in
there's
your
something
quest.
on this ship.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
Eat
think
the
about-
ship.
Yeah.
Let's go back and she's just gnawing on the floorboard.
It's like breaks like a hole in the wall, and now the vacuum of space is just sucking everyone out.
Well, just think long and hard about what to give her. But maybe you don't need to give her. Listen, he's gonna stand up, and he's gonna put his hands in his pockets and gonna take out a cigar and light it again. Sorry if this messes with the air. He's gonna take a long whiff, and he's like, gonna look at the gun laying on the table. He's gonna look back. I'll tell you something about love. It ain't always clear what's needed. Maybe Mira just need some flowers or a gift. It'll be nice. Maybe I'm just gonna tap you on your chest. Maybe she needs something that you cannot give her. Open up within yourself, Taylor. That is what she needs.
Shit, I hate when I have to do that.
Feelings talking about them? I don't like that.
He's just gonna let out a little laugh, and he's gonna he's gonna ruffle your hair. And he's like, "That's all right. Takes time. You know, I don't quite know how to do it either, but."
She's not even gonna be like offended. She's just gonna be like bewildered that somebody would ever do this to her. Like this is such a weird thing for her to experience.
Yeah. So, and after he said that, he's just gonna look at you, nod. He's gonna sit down again and start his ritual, cleaning his gun in this coin. You're welcome.
I think she'll stay. She'll like sit with him and just kind of not talk to him or anything because he's doing something, but like just hang out for a little while and just kind of watch him.
Hell yeah.
Love it. Love
That's
it.
so nice.
David, as you're in the ship, kind of finally getting used to it and everything's starting to calm down just a little bit, you watch Ribena just kind of sit in a chair beside you, kind of taking in the view. Kind of her legs just kind of shaking a little bit as she's kind of leaned forward, fingers laced together, looking out the window.
I'll whisper under my breath to bring Lugapan to my side and then send him like slowly over towards you.
We'll go. This is the one you went for, right?
I love him.
Little pinata, Lucapan.
Pinata, Lugapan. Yeah, Lugapan kind of flies up off your shoulder, flutters over to Ribena, and give me a persuasion check for Lugapan.
Sure. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Is this using Lugapan's stats?
Yeah.
Love it. Okay. So it's 16 base, and on top for Lugapan, my darling boy, is... Where the fuck is Lugapan? I do have him here somewhere. Little boss. Ah, there he is. He's at the top, where he should be. It's 19.
19, beautiful. Lugapan dashes on over and lands on her shoulder, and she just has the faintest of smiles as she leans her head down towards Lugapan. I'm actually going to 2 seconds. Sorry now. There we go. Yeah. She kind of not looking at you, just chatting to Lugapan, smiles and just says like, "Oh, I could never be mad at you. I mean, you're not even his familiar, are you?" No, he was kind. He looked after me. I wonder if you miss him. Bergen, wasn't it? She kind of takes Lugapan, lets Lugapan kind of walk down her arm and onto her lap. Kind of turns to you for a second, David, and says, That's how you met Titus, right? She turns to you.
I'll pause, a little surprised that she's talking to me. I'll say, right, yeah. Actually, yeah. At that time, I was in a waking dream as if I was Bergenbrough.
Oh. Yeah. And you ran away then too, right? That's how Johnny died. At least that's what Nakai used to say all the time, right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Mm.
I actually met him before that.
Huh.
But
Okay.
yeah. We're lucky any of us got away. He actually saved me before he died.
You see her kind of leg just keeps shaking faster and faster, and she just eventually kind of just gets up and she's like, why are you always running away from things? Why can't you just face things? Why you always gotta push them away and push them to the side and do them later? Why can't you just do them now? Why can't you just why are you always running?
Not sure. Trying my best though.
She kind of gets up and takes the pen with her. Kind of kicks over like a few bits of machinery and stuff on her way, just very teenage angsty, kind of throws a few books off a shelf and storms off, trying to make as much noise as she can. Oh no.
I think I'm a little relieved because at least she's not necessarily that she's talking to me, but at least she took me. And
Yeah.
she's processing, so that's something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
First of many steps.
Mhm.
Oh, that's gonna take some work, buddy.
I'm so glad no one else can hear you.
It's all right, no problem.
How does your new body feel?
What do you mean? You see, old Gabriel kind of leans over your shoulder and
Oh,
kind of
shit.
smiles. What are you talking about? I mean, I would love to have a new
I thought
body.
that was me too. I thought it was the ship talking.
Oh, the ship talks. Shit.
Sorry. I was
makes
kind of
sense.
tuned in and zoned out. And,
Yeah,
you know,
that's all right. I know how it is. Do it all the time. Kind of stares
Yep.
off into space.
God.
Ooh,
Poor
all
man.
those years gone.
Oh.
Yeah. Whew.
Well, maybe we'll be able to get you some back. I think you've earned it. I think you deserve it.
Do you think that's possible?
Do you know what? I really do. I think
Wow.
if you get the kind of attention and the right time, that maybe you can have a good life and claim back what you lost. Because you didn't really get to live in those years,
No,
from what you've said.
not at all. Just kind of sat with myself for about 30 years in a void. Big white
Yeah.
void. Didn't need to eat or sleep. Never felt hunger. Never felt tired.
Maybe.
Couldn't really sleep.
I don't know how far Gostar is along with therapy, but we might be able to find you a therapist.
I think I might need 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
that works. I don't know if that helps if you have 2, but I feel like I need 2, you know?
I don't think magic is always the answer, but I do think you would do well to forget. Weirdly, to forget nothing. You need to forget that large amount of nothing, because I do not think. How do you? I don't even know where to start. I am not a psychologist, but I do care, and I hope. Oh, jeez, there's so much going on.
That you do, David. And he kind of ruffles your hair. That you do.
Oh, sweet Gary.
Well, I haven't got. Usually tunes out.
Good old Gabriel.
Good old Gabriel.
Old Gabriel. He's a goodie.
So eventually, Malakrith, who's been
Oh.
very gingerly, kind of just keeping his distance a little bit from everyone, kind of not really sure what's going on, but also
Oh,
knows
lovely.
he's in people's bad books, but eventually, after maybe 2.5 days or so, works up the courage to, like, approach you at some stage, Mira. And just like so, we're in space. That's so crazy. Ah, so crazy. Ah. Well, I'll just go. Sorry, I just thought it was so crazy that we're in space. What?
No. It's okay. I actually meant to talk to you.
What?
I want to apologize for the way I behaved when we saw each other at your castle.
Is this a trick? You've got to shoot the other half of my face. Have you still got the eye?
No, I do not.
You see his face immediately becomes much more serious. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, that makes it. This is all making a lot more sense now.
I don't know how it makes more sense, and I think it's fairly alarming that I don't have the eye. But what's done is done. So.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, like you don't have the eye. It's terrible. Universe is ending, but there's a little more you in there now. I think, which is nice to see. Saw it once. I was afraid it wasn't gonna come back.
Am I missing something here? Because I feel like when we arrived to ask for your help for your army, I feel like we were on completely different pages of how our relationship is. You seem to think we're on very friendly terms. As to the last thing I remember is getting blasted by all the skeletons in your yard and me losing the eye and just all of that.
Yeah, I mean, Mir, we had a breakthrough. It was incredible, and you were finally coming around, and I really thought, you'd be able to drop this whole thing with this obsession, the same obsession I had. Anyway, doesn't matter. You don't remember. Let's forget it didn't happen. It's fine. We are where we are.
Why would I not remember a breakthrough? I don't
know why you don't remember, but certainly seems like you don't remember, Like you said, you'd remember if you remembered, right?
Yeah.
So,
in either case, I do apologize for being so harsh on you. I understand that you truly seem to be a bit of a nicer man now. And considering the fact that you've seemingly forgiven me. I mean, you haven't tried to stab me once in my sleep while we've been here. So assume you're kind of okay with the fact that you're half your face is missing. So.
Oh, yes. I mean, well, firstly, I wouldn't stab you in your sleep mirror. I would use a mace and, pummel your head in one good swing. But
Yes.
I haven't, of course. Why would I do that? Or maybe I could smash half the face and then would be even. But that would also be terrible of me to do. And,
I gestured my own face like, well, it's kind of there.
I mean, yes, well, what goes around comes around, and playing the slow game, I suppose, and karma does catch up on us all. I mean, look at me, look at you, look at everyone on this fucking ship. I feel like everyone's got their comeuppance, but let's hope we can. This is hope that people who don't deserve a comeuppance don't get the comeuppance. Listen, I'm just happy we can have a little talk for a moment. It feels good to be doing something that's making a difference, and just thank you for letting me tag along. Ooh, I know I'm a bit weird and a bit creepy, and I have all my friends are pretty much dead, but
we're hoping to maybe fix that,
yeah, we're a bunch of sorry, just not really sure what to say. We're a bunch of fixer-uppers. Is that the word? That's the term?
Yes, well done.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'll see you later. This is good. This is good. This is good. Alright. What?
Oh my god, fuck that guy.
What a guy. I love him.
I do.
Seriously.
I love him so much.
As you'll be delighted to hear, he's also tall and he's fucking jacked.
He's jacked.
Hell yeah.
He's got a small little bag as well on his hip, and he has like a bunch of spare changes of clothes, and in the evenings he'll change into his black silk nightgown that he kind of wraps himself up in and comes onto the deck and prepares like a cup of tea and pot of tea and gets a few other cups for anyone who wants to sit with him, and he kind of just sits and enjoys the strange space air that's blowing through his hair. He's letting it kind of dry his hair.
These are clothes he brought with him, but are there clothes on the ship?
There are actually. Very good point. There is a cabinet of different outfits for moving through space and moving through the chaos in particular. And there are also a vast amount of elegant gowns that would belong to Lucy.
Oh, can I get like? Is there anything like what he's wearing, like silk?
Oh yeah, there's some beautiful gold silk robes that have kind of red, kind of burning hot runes. They're not hot, but they look like they're soldering embers, like carved into them. Just beautiful words in Draconic all around the hem of the gold silk.
Oh yeah, when I see Malacret in his fucking fancy silk pajamas, I'm like no fucking way am I letting him away with that. I'm definitely, yeah, give me the gold ember lingerie set or whatever.
Amazing. Yeah, you
it's completely like strange, out of character, and a weird setting to wear something like that. There's no way I'm backing down from this fucking.
Hell yeah.
Considering him and his history at Mira, I'm like, hell no.
As soon as you come out as well, he's like, yes, Queen Slayer. You see what I did there? Play on words because you killed the Queen. Hello, come sit. You want some tea? Come. We have like a little pajama party.
As much as I hate this guy and this sounds awful, I will sit because I have to.
You have to compete.
Do this. I can't back away from this.
It's very, very hentai views. There's no other way. I have no other options.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Sorry. This is the only way. Beautiful. Where's your cup of tea? So, what's the Gostar?
Like Gideon is just beside us cleaning his gun. He's like, the fates will show us the way, and we're just like in fucking silk pajamas having tea.
He's gonna like look at Potato and like give it like a little smile. Then he's gonna look at what's his name?
Malacret.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna look at Malekith and he's gonna do a little snarl, and then he's gonna keep cleaning his gun.
He doesn't like Malacret?
Oh, did you do a coin flip?
I did do a coin flip.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's fun. Oh, interesting. I won't ask. Don't tell.
Is Gideon daddy?
Is he dad? What do you mean? Is he daddy?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Who's daddy?
Is he growling because he's being protective of Potato?
Oh my god, no, not like that. But he is daddy. He's dad. He's dad.
Oh, father.
He is a dad. He's a literal dad.
Oh, he's like a cool slutty daddy. That kind of vibe.
He's not slutty.
Well, I mean, like he's
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, he's like Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah,
okay.
That's the kind of dad slut he is actually.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say as well, just for yourself, David, you do come to a point after about 2 days, you realize you actually can get up from the chair, and you can actually command the ship, not sitting in the chair. You need to be in the chair to attune to the ship.
You're attuned.
And if you want to get into more deeper analysis of the overall like well-being of the ship and like kind of get a deeper attunement to how it's doing and everything else, you can do so while in the ship. That's very easy to do. And while you're in the when you're in the chair, and while you're in the chair as well, you can do a free action to command the ship. But when you're off it, it's just a bonus action to command it, and it'll continue doing whatever you want it to do.
Lovely.
So you can move around the ship, and you can interact with the people. You don't have to be locked into the chair at all times.
Go get yourself some silk jammies.
Oh yeah, and maybe a taco.
Sure.
Tacos.
Need it all. Sure, I'll go for a wander around the ship. Is there any like hatch to go out? I mean, I suppose we're traveling very fast. Never mind.
There is, and it's just like.
Yeah, I want to look outside. I don't not going outside, but I want to look at the outside.
Yeah, I mean, you can get up on deck, and there is just this open deck.
Lovely.
Where you can see the stars all around, kind of zipping past you. Yeah.
Oh, every day to help with the manning of the ship, I'm casting foresight on myself, just so it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Is there like anything on the ship for like, I don't know, interacting with the outside? I mean, I guess again we're going too fast, so maybe not.
Yeah. So when you're stationary, when you're moving at just regular speed. So when it's stationary, not moving at light speed, this ship can move 70 feet around.
Oh, nice, lovely.
Yeah. When it's kind of going at a cruising speed. Yeah.
Can you fish in space?
You can. There's a whole thing in this book for space fishing.
Okay.
Oh, deadly!
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's actually a thing that they've written instructions in.
I'll just ask a quick question.
Yeah.
Patsema, did you actually like break the floorboard a little bit, or not?
Break the floorboard? When?
Yeah, when you were gonna look for something for Mira. I need wood.
No, I said that I joked about her chewing on the ship.
Yeah,
I didn't break. Okay,
Okay.
no, that
Okay.
was a hypothetical situation.
Okay, I never know with you sometimes, so I just had to...
Okay. It will become clear in time why I made that reference.
Right,
Oh.
okay.
Also, every day I'll cast David's Den of Delights, so people have a place to go to that isn't just spaceship.
Oh, very nice. I like
Nice.
that.
Oh yeah.
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 Summon a door to a whole other dimension.
Buffet!
Woo!
Can I
So then you
actually
can
go-
sleep in nice beds, and you can eat nice food, and you can be served by my subconscious. And
That's creepy.
Incredible.
yeah, it is.
It is a little. It gets a little dark sometimes.
Yeah, just a little. But yeah, you can eat and stuff there, and if there's workshops that you need for anything, then and I'll say that to Lucian as well, because he might not be familiar with these things.
Oh, he just gets super excited. He's like, "Oh my god, yes, thank you, sir." And he kind of grabs your hands. I love magic. I feel like it should be integrated into the Hobgoblin Society so much more. We don't have
You
enough
guys-
of it.
Amazing work with that,
Oh,
no doubt.
oh.
I'd actually be kind of scared, and like in a good way. I mean, I guess also in a bad way, but it'd be interesting. That's the crux of it.
We'll see if we get through this. If we get through this.
Maybe, just maybe. Hey, maybe you could set up like a hobgoblin outpost for studying magic. That way you're not, like, beholden to whatever government bodies are within, your space.
We do.
I could help you with it.
We do have kind of like a setup for that, but
By the
it's-
sound of it, your guys are kind of, not even shit. I mean, they're all...
oh no, 100%. There we should. That's why Mira left. Like we couldn't.
Oh, that's fair.
She was like a kid, and she was already more talented than every wise tutor who excelled at magic. So we sent her off, and she went on her way and
Oh,
never came back.
that is interesting. I always thought she just left herself. She just never...
No. I mean, maybe. Yeah. I mean, yeah. She kind of just abandoned us all. I mean, we expected her to come back, to visit her or something, but no, she's just a demon through and through. So, can't expect any more from her.
Well, look, there is still hope for her. She's not wholeheartedly a demon, as you say. Redemption is possible. I know there's some part of her that definitely cares about you.
I would agree with you on that for basically every other living being on the planet, but no, she's not. She's
Okay.
no 100%.
Yeah.
Just there's nothing good in her. She's I hate her more than anything.
Huh.
Yeah.
That is
I can't
really-
quite put my finger on it, but there is nothing worse than my sister.
There's nothing worse than your...
No.
Dude, I met you like a month ago, and you did not hate your sister. You were delighted to see her.
No, I'm pretty sure I've always hated her.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I pull an insight check on him?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I don't know why you hate your sister so much. I think you're lying to yourself, but anyway. Oh yeah, dice. I need those. Yeah, 25.
25. He believes through and through that he hates everything about Mira, but there is something. Give me a perception check.
Sure. 34.
34. You see, again, an impossible task. You've exceeded the impossible. There is the finest line that runs through one of his irises, and anyone else would just think it's just like another part of his iris that catches the light, but your magical eyes see there's something in his soul that has snapped and broken, and that is visible in that slight crack in his iris. Yeah.
Oh wow.
There's something in him that has been changed by the universe.
Oh, Lucian, I'm just gonna grab my tongue. I gotta go for a minute. I really need to go. I'll be back in a minute, and I'm gonna go and look for his brother.
Yeah.
And see if got anything similar going on.
Yeah, 100%. You see the exact same thing.
Lovely. And then I might go and seek out Mira.
Yeah, sure thing.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So where would Mira be right now? Do you think at this moment?
She's probably in like a bedroom somewhere. She's probably cutting off her hair at this point, I think.
This is where she cuts the hair.
Her reasoning is like they're in space. They're gonna go outside. They're gonna be in space suits. She has way too much fucking hair to wear any kind of helmet.
You're so
Way
wise.
too much. And then
I'll say that as I walk into the room. You are so wise. Do you want a hand with that? I used to cut my own hair. I can see what you can't.
Sure. Thank you.
All right. Pop yourself down there.
So sweet.
Hey, so I noticed your brothers have been very, very unusually critical of you. I know that your family was mad at you at one point. Pretty sure that was resolved. What's going on?
Yeah.
But do you want the bangs? Like, are you keeping the bangs?
Yeah,
How much am I?
Like a little bit under.
Okay, please.
Okay. So new year, new me. Would have asked me a week ago, I would not have answered the question. But I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to be better, and I'm really sick and tired of always not answering your questions and being way too mean to you, which I also apologize for. You did not deserve any of the shit I made you go through. Anyway.
I did not expect this. I have. There's been a. Ooh, I think I actually do tear up a little. Oh, I think I'm crying.
Oh, I'm going for a hug.
Oh my god. It just seems like the entire world is mad at us. I get why. I'm not really here to defend myself. But this is nice.
No, but I was unreasonably mean to you for things that weren't really your fault when I myself was doing very shady things.
Yeah, but
not disclosing them, so
look, we all do it. We all have done it. And I understood. I mean, like, I absolutely defended myself. It's a problem.
No, it's okay. But
you I understand that we met you sort of in a space and time when this wasn't quite happening, and then what happened, and I don't know, does the walker choose the path or the path the walker? That's a quote from a book, please don't sue me. But I don't really know if it was your fault or if you it's not that. I'm not trying to avoid responsibility for our actions, but I think that you had anger towards us for a good reason, because it at least seemed like we put you on this path to some degree. Not to question your agency. Your path is your own.
No, I get it. I feel like I've been on this path for very long time, but it
Yeah.
just kind of came to a head with you, and I felt so justified in my
And
hate to you, and it was just very unfair of me.
I think you needed to do it. I don't really spite you for it in the least. I still would absolutely have I did defend myself, but I think it's very understandable. It's very reasonable. You got to process my daughter. She is very much processing grief right now. I cast you definitely know the. I don't know if you learned the spell. I cast a Geas on my sister, not my sister, my daughter. Sorry, losing my mind. And yes, it was out of kindness, but I feel horrible. No, sorry. I think I'm justifying.
It's okay.
She might never forgive me, but I do want her to survive, and I hope I'm doing what's
She'll
good.
be mad, but
She will. Yeah, and I don't mind if she's mad at me as long as she's alive. If we can get through this, despite all the difficulty, and she gets the chance to actually finally live a normal life and to choose her own path, then I won't regret what I've done. And I think that's kind of... I could be wrong here, but I think that's why we do what we do. We're just trying to rectify whatever wrong things we've done, and to not just justify, but to make it easy.
You're a good dad.
I'm the what?
You're a good dad.
Thank you. I hope so.
Okay. Anyway, the brothers, so when I tinkered with the eye,
Yeah.
I'm not a tinker. I never have been. I don't know how to use tools. It's just not my.
I wanted to help you, right?
Yeah. I mean, he helped a lot, but still, it wasn't quite enough. We would have needed someone with actual expertise, but no one with the level of expertise, and also no one like that would have ever agreed. So,
Yeah,
but,
that's me too. You're gonna do what you're gonna do.
yeah. But in the process, there was a moment where I was very close to getting it. I was almost there, just perfecting what I was trying to do. And there was like a weird moment where you feel like you're stepping over a line. And once you step over, you can't go back anymore.
Yeah, like a vacuum, like you've already begun and it kind of has to happen.
Yeah. And I did it. And in that moment, something happened. I don't know, whatever powers beyond me.
Well, like
I
a curse?
Cursed myself in that moment. I assume you're aware. You mess with the weave all the time. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I am aware of how it goes. It doesn't mean I'm aware of how it does go. But I didn't... Unforeseen consequences and all that.
Yeah. The consequence seems to have been that every one of my kin, including my brothers, my family, every single hobgoblin in existence, hates my guts. Just flat out.
That is...
There's nothing I can do about it. I can't change their mind. I can't undo it.
Oh, that is so upsetting.
And yeah, every single one of them out there just despise me. They threw rocks at my head. That was, I'm quite surprised. I've kept my distance from them, and I guarantee if I go into that helm right there, probably get tackled.
Yeah, I guess I'm not saying it's the same, but I think I dealt with something similar under the curse. Oh my god! And I do just kind of pause for a second. I'm not cursed anymore.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it feels kind of weird because it also means I don't have something to blame. Sorry.
It's very strange as well how as soon as the curse is caught, Mira is changing her perspective on you, and your daughter is also starting to talk to you for the very first time.
Holy shit.
It's really weird. So for context as well, just for yourself, Cass, David was cursed so that he basically had the curse of Cain, from the biblical text. So everyone would never trust him and always betray him. that was part of the curse, and it just kept happening naturally. Like when Mira first met David and he had the curse, she instantly didn't trust him, and everyone has hated David for ages, and it just happened naturally. And now the curse has been completely removed, and this is the first time people are actually being quite nice to David, and it's really lovely.
Oh god. Yeah.
I feel for you, Mira, but it's not as easy as this makes it sound. But I think we can fix it. I think we can fix. Maybe we can't fix everything. I think we can fix it to a degree where we can
Do
make.
you trust Gideon?
I
That we'll even make it there. That we can start fixing the smaller things.
I've been weirdly kind of blank on that. I've been just kind of trusting. He's so confident. Oh my god. But not just that confidence. I think I just needed something in that moment between what was happening with Lucy and not being able to convince her, and then suddenly world ending. I think I just needed something. I think he kind of came at the right time. I'm not really one for, like, as you may have noticed, I like to get away or to, do things. If not myself, I like agency. Everyone likes agency. I needed something to believe in that moment. And I'm not saying I believe in him, but it's a direction, and I need a direction, and he's providing that. So I have not questioned it nearly as much as I should, and I think I'm kind of in a place where I can start to do that. What do you think we're going to do?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about gods and fates and just how all that works.
Yeah.
But if there is the slightest chance that whatever beings that he says guides him are, correct, then, what's the other option? We lay down on the floor and die?
Yeah, that's something I don't think I could ever do. I think you nailed it on the head. I think that's why I wouldn't say I've been trusting him, but accepted it and just kind of run with it.
Yeah. I mean, he could also be just completely insane and just, that is what, most people would probably assume. There is some hope in me that he is this confident and this just calm. There's some truth behind all of it.
I'm a little too ready to accept it, but yeah, 100%. I hope that he's as confident. I hope that he's as competent as he is confident. But I'll tell you, he has given me some confidence, and he's kind of relaxing, as I say. But I will have my guard up.
Yeah, there's something odd about him, but honestly, at this point, I'm willing to accept that. That is fine. Nothing can be more fucked up than we already are, so.
I think it's kind of nice, because in a sense, we don't have a grand... I mean, it's kind of horrible, too, but in the sense that, like, it's not that it's out of our control, but I think it'll be kind of nice. I'm ready for whatever might happen, as ready as I could ever be, but I don't have a vision of what it's going to be ahead of me, and I think it's kind of nice. After all of trying to stop Lucy. Oh my god, we did stop her. As if that meant anything. Ah.
Yeah, now it just seems so trivial.
Yeah, right?
None of that mattered.
What the fuck?
It was like in the moment we were saving the world from it ending, and now it's just like, who
now
cares?
it's even harder.
Who cares about Lucy? Who cares about the Demogorgon out of all people?
Yeah. What even was the Demogorgon? I swear I've never heard of that.
Oh, so he's I don't know the technical terms of him, but I've run into him before. He's yeah, like back in my heyday, I was just a young little wizard.
What, you went to college with him?
Oh no, I've never been to college. Despite my vast knowledge, I have never been to school. But no, I back in my traveling days, it was just like a random gig that ended up with me at a temple. He was being summoned there by some lizard folk.
Oh.
Apparently, like back then at least, he wanted to be in this world. He wanted a body so he could enter this realm, and then just do whatever world domination. Blah. I'm assuming that was going on here as well. It seemed like there was a portal at the wedding.
he was going to come through, and I was probably pretty pissed off. But joke's on him, he's gonna die. Because the world is ending. So none of his plans,
You
none
know
of his aspirations matter.
That's our silver lining. This dickhead does not get what he wants. I like it.
Quite funny.
Yeah, this meant a lot to me, even without you being so sweet. This is the easiest, most normal conversation I've had in. I actually don't remember how long. I'm not. Yeah. It's been nice. What do you think? And I'll pull out a mirror.
Aw. Thank you.
I can top it up anytime.
As
Oh,
you look at your reflection in the mirror, and then just look past it, the ship has suddenly stopped, and has stopped for quite some time. And you look off now in the distance, only about a few hundred feet away. You can see this shifting of space. And David, you would clock that it's not the shifting of space exactly, but it's a wind. It's the movement of air, twisting and spiraling.
Air?
This vortex. And it's not like you're looking at a twister from the side, but looking directly down into the depths of a twister that is looking back at you. And right in front of those twisting air currents, you see large wings, 4 of them, made of bronze, curling around this spinning 4 discs, also made of copper. And within those discs, you see, as each one moves past the other, you get glimpses of eyes watching you.
Oh, fuck. Do you feel that? Is that the dreamer?
Nira, you
But
can
it's a
instantly
dreamer.
clock this thing is filled with dreamer energy.
Why can't it just be the hurricane?
Here I am.
Rock you like a hurricane. Yeah,
Wow.
you see this giant angel of the dreamer.
Angel.
Did we get too close to the moon? Gideon!
Oh no, the moon is very far away.
We're in the opposite direction of the moon.
That's what I was
This bitch is just here.
No, you just see
Oh,
them.
that's the front of the ship. I
That-
wasn't actually sure which was the front of the ship.
Actually, no, that is the back of the ship. My apologies. He will be on the
Oh.
other side.
Oh, okay.
My
Oh,
bad.
yeah, because we're
Yeah.
fly. Wee!
So we actually see it first.
You would see it first, yeah, but you would see reflected in the mirror.
Or I guess
maybe-
we're actually facing away from it. I'm like talking shit with Malacra. I'm
Yeah.
just like, that's why I always follow the 3 C's: comprehension and compliance.
Oh my god.
I like that it was 2 as well. That's amazing.
This thing begins to float
wow.
on the ship, and from the rings, a single naked leg comes out, and a foot lands on the ship. Other hands come out from behind those rings and begin to crawl along the deck.
Oh, what the fuck?
And they're going to make an attack on Malakrith.
Oh, no.
No!
As one of those
Not a
hands
necromancer!
turns into a blade of smooth copper and jabs down into the side of his neck. And that's going to hit him. It's an 18 to hit, which hits him. And he will take some damage.
He does take damage.
16 piercing damage and 27 radiant damage.
Oh, good lord.
And he has to
Oh.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I presume we've all had like this is a few days we've been on the ship, right?
Yeah, this is the
okay.
night of the second day.
Full health, babe.
Yeah, you're all full health. Let me just check Malakith's stats here very quickly. 'Cause this is important.
Oh no.
So he has a total of 170. He just took 16 plus 27, which is 40 something. So Malachris is on. Okay, so he's on 1. Yeah, okay. As it stabs into the side of his neck, you watch as tendrils of energy shoot out from the side of his neck and kind of start to make their way into the sword. He snaps his head back and he's like, "Oh, no, you're not getting blood on this gown. No, sir, you're not taking my soul. Be gone, bitch." And we're going to leave it there for this episode.
Wow.
Okay.
Good place.
Great.
Yeah. There we
Wow.
go.
Is Manacret gonna make like future Potato and just get naked now so that,
If
they don't
that's
get
what
blood
the,
on the nice pajamas?
if that's what the
like
people
battle
want, I mean,
We've
who am I to
been there
deny?
Naked battles once again.
Naked battles on a ship. Yeah, happens every time. Naked battles on a ship in the air. This has happened twice in your life, which is fascinating.
In space.
In space.
I've never done that in space before.
It's true. It's true.
Can we
You
name
went
that
to
this?
Sky last
Can we name this episode "Naked in Space"?
Naked in Space.
That's the next
next
one.
episode is gonna be called Naked in Space. So write that down so I don't forget. But yeah, there we go.
Oh my gosh.
That was a great session. I had so much fun.
Yeah. Thank you.
Gideon, you are so great.
Oh, absolutely.
I
feel
love it.
weird.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked
Loved
him.
Loved him so. Need him.
I-
We might really, really need him as well.
I adore the drama in this ship and all of the unresolved conflicts between all of these characters. This is kind of like a weird purgatory, which is really fun.
It's a fun
Yeah.
space soap opera.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gideon's just chilling. He ain't bothered.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Thank you, everyone who's been watching. We will see you whenever we play again. This has been Beta Questers. Yeah.
I have my schedule for May, so that's all. Bye.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
I'm not leaving.
Beautiful.
I don't know why I said
we
bye.
can we can discuss all that and we'll put it up somewhere, I'm sure. But for now, goodbye. Thank you all very much. See you soon. Gostar, the God's Tier. The world of Gostar drips from the elemental chaos like a teardrop. And the further from the chaos that you travel, the more the world cools, stabilizes, and becomes livable. The gods created this world as a sanctuary, originally for themselves to escape the madness that is the chaos. But as they filled it with wonders, it became home to so much more. Gaia, the leader of all the gods, who molded this world, separated it into 6 distinct realms: Jotunheim, the Vale, Olympus, Limbo, Diu, and Kini. Each of which she left to her children, the 6 dragons of Gostar, known as the Feylords, to protect. Lucifer, the oldest of the siblings, claimed Diu, the fiery land full of rare treasure, gemstones, and gold. Tyr, the white dragon, claimed the frosty mountainous realm of Jotunheim, building impregnable fortresses to encircle his own castle, built into the biggest glacier he could find. Cain took over the stormy realm of Olympus and helped erect entire cities into the skies. Abel governed Limbo, a land warped by millennia of psychic wars. Lilith took over the veil and tended to the delicate ecosystems of the magical and natural world. And then finally, Titus, the runt of the litter, was left Guinea, a wasteland of undead, monsters, and eldritch horrors, a land where few humanoids can be found, and any you do meet will not survive long. The dragons eventually warred, like all rulers do. Abel fell to Cain, Tyr was mortally wounded, and those that survived were hated by mortals for the destruction they wrought. The Fey Lords were pushed back into the fringes of society and were eventually lost to the fog of legends and time. But that does not stop them from interfering with mortals' plans, for the threads of fate weave ever so tightly on our heroes who stand and fight the chaos that threatens to consume